mo ewo pediase lodge na mo de cabinet ekohia mu no won mu retreat nim no nsempia hodo ene kodwa to dwa mpanifo ese mo de betoto na aboa na economy no atimi bounce back na eja ne mu die mo eno ense yankoma anapay ye kabie ade achemo a Ministry of Finance ana Bank of Ghana do mo hye ba afi oru ahwe ensikasam so oru Professor yenua Kenoforiata enso ne hye ba ahye ahodo ede modalities ba what is a policy rate no Bank of Ghana ade akopiem 17% eno so ewa ha nwumerebe anapay ye be wuram na yedi enkomo na omampani John German Mama ekokasa wo dwumadie bi ase na hono na wode atodwa se wondo hwa mampani na den kwagufu ado wa feli ye pa enei enyema do akoso ene se de enyema si kono wogidie se abana feli ewo economy nimu wogidie se poor policy and delivery ena akoso ewo na den kwagufu ado amemu a ensemu a opani ni todwa no amanfo so ahyase kasafa on pass when na kasa mampana da mahama ena eka na utia o say according to him general incompetency, corruption and waste of scarce resources have combined to make lives unbearable for the generality of Ghanaians. Mr. Mahama said this while speaking at the launch of an app for tertiary education institute network of the National Democratic Congress held at University of Professional Studies, Accra, UPSC, auditorium on Monday, March 21. He said, hardship in the country has led to the nation to scare we have never witnessed in the last 30 years of our fourth republic. He said, the hardship in the country has led the nation to a scare we have never witnessed in the last 30 years of our fourth republic. So interesting. Ghana Monya Semnede, former President Mama Nekasau, sir, and Yama Yefum no. About 30 years, ya, etchum no, Ghana, Yavasa, which Yavasa, which will be that. Oh, Kruma. None of the if you got or how what the Ghana for Femua, Yoko IMF, and don't see and somewhere. You remember, now you do come on. Mamene, Isaiah, Sikana, ya, Amon Como. I said, produce as well, Quasaba. It's I don't know. Now, Cabas, yeah. Okay, Jennifer Queen Mumne Wahumaso, Deputy National Communication Officer, Ewa Humaso. Yene mo komokakra, Miami Yaba. Miami Queen, good morning.
Morning, now position who you intelligent from your juniors and directors from officers.
Yes, director, sure. Let's
yeah, why you be a DH.
Right, Queen. Minim dia course wa Krandra fa former president utterances no comment bi our pacify Ghana's economy or say for the past 30 years and what Ghana for fam no yemfa mu da e we fourth republic na what's it say
why no masemoni
former president John Dramani Mahama and kasa na what's it yes the only chat to say enei dollar no vice president yes what no up to date on chin nemu no dollar no na ache vice president ye hunu bia ma me ntie o take on that
asantema chi open store da pamfo Wontumi if for ni ahefo ni amemo what we got ahefo that be ko for mo Facebook live katro hini ba say ye kasa yi bia ye nkasa yi bia preko aku bi my family you want the then the message that katro na
asema okay na wo tie tu de you be say ke bia odi
ani ma say oba oba nya de oba bre me fi na nya kwan ko kutua de ma me katro ma me o gina wa na the bullets no civil advance ini so impressive man o mtimi ngu 101.3 Wontumi wa ni bia no pe na ya sefem sem what you say na idru be bia Ghana for the NDC 43 was so almost last year. So almost call pipe, almost call mock, almost call the traditional homes, almost call ya fire, almost bomb fire, almost book my city. But to be honest with you, the young people pa na wa buy musabia, you mean baby and Ghana head, ya papu. They must not read because if you so now mean say a home run and say, 100%. and I get 200%. You know, Sami, ni spokesperson, your friend, Tamaku, something, lawyer, boy, no. Yeah, some of the candidates or more, almost time, and almost the heavy bass, I see soon, by heavy, I say, Ghana Costo. Or sometimes you listen to them, including the former president, and they all pray for their candidate of NDC, making it look like, say, Sabian Yasa for NDC in Asa. Nippon NDC in our master only said they could almost time and you come after. I'm going to do what you can in your bedroom, you say, Mamma, my day, Asa. It is almost as I say, not say, almost Daniano Pa. No, two when an MPP are buying a horse. Be a material on me and sending some come here, pay or movie bomb from both mine. I'm the moment both from the bomb fire day and money. Because I have more time. And we are singing now. Negan and Quack, that's in Sabria and customer say. Because Yakna Coma or Casa 30 years in the BC that you are 29 minus 30 years and all kind of only 27 years. Apart from say, near be an Ghana, I be on button point. Sabrano, and we hear people are killed for less. So, my brother, some we are young. Besides, Papa, no one walk mass, or no mass side from Sabri. Young and a big cat, because I did a two nana. What two matters, yeah, be some. Ah, people are killed for nothing. Time. The people all the time, a free coma, and your friends say, Rolling Smart, and that what you were rather funny can say, you need dress to start a pimp, or who's your mamma at the time, former president at the time, put him near me to see Ghana. NPP Ghana for a car, no one your money to say, yeah, 1 year. You play a cinema, you need that time, dear 1 year. Not probably the uncertainty of a super piece of when a Ghana, I say, you walk. Many panic can say, you go to them to book of Raman on here. What did they see our best year the year, Juma? Unfortunately, and just 2 years ago, COVID, Abeboma, second day or so on call, which is also actually the man. So, between who's one a far Bible knows, one a dear you meet me. What you are saying, near men cost of a quiet by Boston. Now, on them the last time I'm in Mocasawa Hano. Then this is for no, a come deal, my bloggers, Ghana well for a come deal, mono. No, my quiet story for Fred Tiam say. Name it say, friend, and say, all your stories to the best, let's forget. I will not even dignify them on your shoe, or moon answer me, please. It's a moon tier and on quiet story, or moon tier because then I found almost the tuna no pay, no moon pay. Who can say on the past 30 years, 27 years more time, including on one time. And I just 7 years ago, next year, so we were at the Benjamin Fields. Not a saloon phone to me, Kojuma. Why the fun over here, because of only certificate of cotton office. Or we call a certificate, so I also by no, who moved to me, Kojuma. Baba phone to me, Kojuma. Because then can you somehow pass or Ghana? You need the bay. Next time will be this screwdriver, taxi driver, and farmer, where is slim. I near your campaign will 2016. The patrol, Sankane, driver near the Kobe Truman Kobe, who are number. Yet to come Mama 7 years ago, and Kania, and you so what dress die. I and joy. I'm surprised, sir. NDC is behaving irresponsibly in opposition. Yeah. You see, that's a easy logo. Yeah, demonstrating. Yeah, changes rule. It's about one able to let my vote count, which I am a convener of let my vote count. Yes, see a papa, yeah. We can see an alpha who became Sabri. Yeah, boy, Kuma, this time no. Yeah, boy, a friend, so you ever see a boy, so Quado Fiada. Let you are appointee IGP. So, what is he talking about? Oh, we are not catching us acquire for the Ayatiano. The Tiomotian is almost for uniform of boy. Yet to call the Kobu, I can't be a van and you. No, I have some questions for him. I'll still more time and call mine, maybe I can baby. Okay. That time, not your energy and can you have some problem? Our problem means so, our problem. And then, when you write your money, Mamma, see me a found. That can look at a crime, so not getting in Yadua. That can a slave queen, so that the African and a bustle. Wait a minute now, I say, wait a minute, I say, let's have a one and then Ghana for my bill, dear born. Ghana home, Papa. Yet to come and say, let time not call about could over 400 and then to me a pound. Then not walk in could again, my never have to say. Any year at Dramani, Mamma, and this in all post COVID. But still, Colonco Yano, Quakias and Cocasa, or not as a COVID Nakuno, because only the beauty of fracture. I do not know, I didn't that's nothing. So, mine. COVID abawi afinya dia na memma me di omo faso dia na memma me ya mo mu ko no kasa kwa nkonti afi ebi ko fi because agree na ye di be bu o man sa time no mo ni bi ni tira ye abai bi ba o tira nya hwe kwa de me maga na fon kola nyina akonya se mo ko suku because ye brana ye boy ye kwa ye benyamin kasa obi a onko su sabi o tafake onye ni padabi ne mo no ye so o titi akwala wo suku komu a what is Sabio Tafrake? Nipa Bebri. If you are free education, you buy a Dinima Bebraba, your initiative I did buy in an I buy a call on a crunch meeting by you see we are going to have a review on it. Okay, no man a comparison say. Is it not the same review that your mama can't say? On your point about power view over here. Only definition of review no is different from NPP and lay a definition of review. Let me give you the difference. The difference is that ono ye wa don drama ni mama no ni bia no se na ko de ba ko rhymes on ti nya hwe na ko abro kara e dey agu ho eti free education na e ba no on ti nye ono so aro ba be se no tinti ase aban we ti ye review se me se ba bia me de no force bi be gru se wo se me catch some we bi wo so kakra ni ye pe ni manage ni ye a ni it is already being managed well o and I say di ni e be ka ho a that's it. It's a review, no. I know the other say, come on, about the good. I'm not going to open another so I want one of the Ghana for IMF. Miss somebody never pass up back to Epic. Then go for the self Epic. And then you call you do, you know whatever. I need to do the idea. Or what's other key is progressive. And you ever call your chair and MPP have so movie. Unfortunately, they think that our 8 years is almost up. And then over 2 to 12 Ghana for any after them can rather Ghana for the Kasa. Omo kini e ko suru asanafe ye kate fuwa di regulatory pumps July 2015 no omo no wo na ye ka no na o them no that is oil marketing companies no omo na de ba na yenso yato na aban no de ne tutu so dudu anase what do call it taxes atoso are you aware say aban taxes or de to no ma men try wade e ba me tumra no ma na no be kan we need to gina so na me na men try wade said, I know oil the banana. I buy the taxes that so let me read it to Ghana for as to mine anyway as a because Okasa, we are both for a feminine yasam kotwa. I mean, so what the part of the pattern meaning say money amount some small way be na yen study. I buy the taxes or the two fuel so.
Your bust margin levy, sanitation and petroleum levy.
Energy levy. One peso. Yes.
Okay.
Sanitation pollution levy. 10 pesos. Price stabilization and recovery levy. 16 pesos. A new 1 CDO. And energy sector levy. 20 pesos. Special petroleum taxes. 46 pesos. Road fund levy. 48 pesos. Now about energy debt recovery levy. 49 pesos. It's telling you now, after just 2 months ago, now 1 CD, 90 pesos. It's now on and 2 CD, 29 or 20 pesos. I believe to come here to sing in another one. And it means supposed to be a year and more. Papa, that's the papa when I buy or rather reduce what the catasta. That's the Salaman do so. And to only a buy the Catawena, who go to four now. The amount of 2 CD, the 2 CD, and that's for me free swap. They are coming now yet. And oil marketing companies can also be buying them more. When you ever be at the ESO. But also you can't fault them. This is what the communicators we should be doing. Okay, we can keep them accuracy. Now, that is oil marketing companies need to meet and we are more. Not with the back from Kakra. And then I buy so that just cannot mind yes, your food and some of your water. Now, in another way, so you can't blame them because. I'm on side Jasono, or what to corner, live 1 corner, and I hit it by the dollar. The more the dollar goes up, the more it hits almost so full. Uncle Family and see a day. Yep, it's a cannot spot a buying here. So now 1 peso, 16 pesos, Namacano. Don't see a buying your taxes in who did not buy so or what. Then I hear no battle. Of course, a buy way and you're too intelligent and smart, they can actually do something about only 2% tax, the 2 city taxes and that's one. What about the OMC? Now back to 2015 and I make a July 2015, don't have money, mama now. This time I didn't never get a job of one effect how to win the 2016 elections. Apart from that, there was nothing that was going through his mind. Now, you know, looking see that apart from say, or then winning the next election. Now, for us, about Ghana, this time, no, they were regulatory pumps now. And what go to that? A conference say the Mutina one. Now, come with me, no one negotiate. So, maybe I'm minor. You're a developing country, and you're developed. It's your best lesson. You're not be a cranya day. And my one yet. About when about what that and Kakaka Pim Fabri. Then, Obama, one and then after them. Why, I know for that Bruno, water, and one and a mountain from Woko. Obian for Marshall, why you may do Matanabus, and so said to Bannon and Trakios, because we will bet you have any case. Won't you be the Okokas widening it, Sabby? And you're telling me many so be a more sentiment, Mr. It's well calculated on an ocean. And you see, NDC metrics look like Ghana, Kwani, and why are they? Actually, okay, I say, me and Fabio economy, but now they're not also politicians. Why the better of and let even avoid them? Politics is being done in the churches. We come up, sir. Ghana, near to the Cocabiano, they say they do politics. You cannot take politics away from it. And it is sad that, or we make it fair, and maybe. They may say, I buy you a baby, I send you to be a man of one. That is one of one. Next, a woman will you send your father a man on your owner will be taking decisions. Because you should know, say, you should be able to know, say, there's a clear difference between MPP and NDP. It is here at John Romani Mama, but Catray said, the plan 30 years, the airport will be there. Well, who be that because on one, for them, let's manage or mine, or one, for your money, because time of you, or one, and when you are by that, Kaya initiative warning now, or progressing now, or seeing less sanity, or sell minimum. Yet you are go to America, who America will see and call a first time from Cobobisian. Or what would the class last year November, the first day, about 3 months ago? No more debt, and first day, 30 billion, 30 trillion. 29 trillion, and it was still growing after 3 months ago. Canada, Pia, I'm not fighting President Europe. We'll be finding the fuel off. We will mention that pencils and yes, whatever. And now, more than close to 4 euros. What are you talking about? Are they complaining? Yes, of course. And also, send and standing you can watch your grab until your demonstration say, almost 4 prices are for Montiatia, almost groceries or Mutoko for Montiatia, and we are near Mudia, no Mupils, or Montiatia, so they were demonstrating against for mine. So you don't go money, Mamma, but once you put no more Casa, 1 year, the other kind, you shut up.
Okay, now,
just at the video, just a Quano Pardon, Fatinica, Quano Pardon, all the bubble of where, shut up. 1 2 because I could not be woman do you. It's when you tell us, say, we will have your mind, then you are confused yourself. What you are confused, what is why you're confused? They are talking, you know, saying who you are, friend, or who you are, what do you call it?
Vice President
Baumia. I'm passing you, and you will move woman patrol. Never Baumia, sorry, no pa, with your Mr. Wada. One could eat either to piano, almost your body, and Baumia come one. We are not joking. We are serious government that is trying to manage our mind about to do baby. My sister, I wonder what crisis you say for mine are sick. It's a serious on the mind, Mama. If you didn't think, say, the point is not green in your side, you know, we have to say, or when we need the next election. But I never a good politician. That's not how politics is being done. Tell me, I'm a plus for your answer. Me too, for my direct attack, come to me answer. Now we need the next election. We need the next election. So what do you bring on board? What your mind could do here? If you want to the best and here now your mind could do. Have you forgotten say the time it has never happened in the history of Ghana politics? And Montpellier yesterday, the other will be a aircraft. You buy a house I did play the best of no one make me to aircraft in you. And you know, was sitting president, I am vice. That's a committee, no matter me do the air committee. So you're such a committee of inquiry. I don't say yes because you can hear me a baby. Then I know what I know. So what is he talking about? And go see a UPS for I was so called coming after many vice president, my bar. You're setting a committee woman to name me a super. Name me, you might get some bomb, I am a bomb, my pa. The moment you say this and then you start your comparison, and Kuala see accidental ready, almost school, almost your form with this secretary. I didn't hear Juma. They will deduce from a sudden walk. What would be a home? No one the comparison say, one buying, would kill the purpose of Father Bierman to go by Wolfie. And let's say how he is managing the government. Then the people will decide.
Okay, Matuasipa Queen. Okay, yeah, that's it. In fact, and I pay Unchemwa.
Maybe Uncle Papa, maybe Uncle Papa, yesterday.
Aye.
We are by this for free me too. That's not the case. But only your opportunity. Normally, you're right, Romani Mama Tanasi, Omunum beer, Omunum whiskey, Omunum cigar, Omunum job, Omuya Bibia. They should advise him, say, he shouldn't even talk because the mess he created, Ghana have. And the why I said car, I said, come head and a key. I got a phobia in I hear the yes. No one who too son, any say. You're not the one now. And can plan for so we need the next elections that on any family, on any now for 4 bedroom, you know. And then they are buying one could be Diana.
It has a pa Queen, let me shout. Yane Jennifer Queen, or your MPP National Communications Director. I don't know. Ena yeneno abo enkomo ene anopenti Deputy National Communication Director ena yeneno abo enkomo. Wachire imu dientia when the former President John Dramani Mahama enya adwen se memuonu enkoye boshere doso na de okaya na omo anu wo edem hokra esre ne se dollar no a eneyi IC1 tan no dollar na che Vice President nation ti wakachira GP so momodi ana amfa kini mra no kofa Vice President mra na akoya sese modem ho enti eno so no baby aga na dura eni abre this crisis aye he say opposition leader odi alternative beba na akoya goodie ena ekoso na yenkotie onimnyafo Kojo Ponkro Minister for Information bra retreat ne course wo Pedias Lodge na obon nsem no tofa no yenkotie no television so na yentie the outcome of the retreat in Raiba, the Akanyano, Yebeto Aso, Eddie Free, Anti, Boshabai ready. My
name is Kojo Oponkroma, Minister responsible for information. It's true, over the last weekend, the executive branch of government, led by the President and his ministers, had a cabinet retreat. It's a regular retreat, one done every quarter. But this retreat had the opportunity to look at some of the emerging economic difficulties globally and how they are affecting Ghana. And the President has made a number of decisions. One, he's made a decision on the borders, when to open the borders, the residual preventive systems to put in place at the borders to ensure that while the borders are opened, we still don't have infections crossing over from our borders into the Ghanaian jurisdiction. And again, while the borders are opened, we're able to protect our populations from the risks of insecurity from the northern frontiers. Two, the President has also taken some very bold decisions on the currency. And the currency, as you know, is managed first by the central bank, but the broader economic managers also have a role to play. So the central bank today, Monday, after its monetary policy committee meetings, which had even taken place before the cabinet retreat, will announce its measures on what it plans to do on smoothing currency transactions and reducing pressure on the cedi. But later in the week, the finance minister will also give an update on what central government is doing to shore up the currency. This is all part of short-term measures, even as we work towards the medium and long-term measures aimed at boosting the strength of the Ghanaian cedi. Another thing that the President confronted and dealt with was the fiscal situation, revenue, expenditure, debt management in between. And the President is taking some far-reaching measures and giving some clear instructions. Instructions essentially that will ensure that we stay on the budget deficit target for the year and stay on the deficit path for the next 2-3 years and ensure that the fundamentals are kept firmly in place. The finance minister is engaging with various stakeholders in the economy and who announced to the country sometime this week the details of those fiscal measures. But you can be rest assured that the President has given clear directives on what he will not compromise on. And the kind of measures that will be taken will cut from the very top right down to the bottom. And all of us hopefully can get to play a part in it. Another matter that Cabinet dealt with, and the President took some clear decisions on, had to do with fuel prices and inflation. And he's asked the Finance Minister and the Minister for Energy to engage with stakeholders in the economy, particularly on the fuel side, on how to ensure that some lasting solutions are brought to bear that ease the pressure. so that despite increases on the global front, we can do something about the situation here in Ghana a little bit. We look forward to the entire country supporting these measures, even as they are announced later this week. All the best.
All right. Inti we Orumina for Kojo upon Command P4 Fwasia Rebi Minister for Information. Yankona Yane Isaiah Sikana ye emo enkomo ene anope economists. Onukrea Chradie wo Ghana Communication Technology University. Opani Martin.
So ra.
Hunamuye.
Who are the achaye na won so de do e.
Na me ada Roma mesum hoye anope. Openi yenhwe Bank of Ghana one policy rate no one wa pejam dia ko ohamu chichemu edunson minim we no den na ka kire yen
Yo mi chiawo tifo na Wontumi adwuma ye fo nyina mi chio bia so anope ye da sorry ye no akra na nam wiemu se bank ba tan wo my mom. Wontumi say Okobo see and see why you dis one or the year Juma nti adwuma ye mu no Wontumi say otimi esisamu otimi epejamu kosro ana say epejamu e de perform depending on the economic situations ewo ho. Near say there is a global challenge regards to especially inflation. My inflation akosro. The last time Ghana statistician, government statistician, everyday inflation figures na akosro, especially food inflation no more epija akosro. And sisia nso ye exchange rate no nso any dollar no senior AC depreciating the rate at which it is depreciating is increasing. And engineer who could hear say buying a use the tools no meaning senior ni trinity but the second carpenter ni a use sradani ama year jumano buying no so say or she or mine who seek a seminar in your man or tools are or use so. Now, sa tools no ban.
Okay.
Otimi or the share or mine or esikasem. Intine who could hear say so more a baby. And unti and ama or more peja interest rate in the mono. Inti interest rate na policy rate no more a pejamuno. As it say, Okobosia in Sihua commercial banks no Okobosia or central bank in Sihua da hono ebekosro. Na sa wonso oko commercial bank was oko gisika in Sihua wo hono ebekosro. Ni amu pese omo ye nyina ne say exchange rate no a depreciate no say omo peja interest rate na interest rate no mo peja mu no ni akire ne say ebema number 1 people will now demand for your currency no ebema omo save because who save usika ubenya nsihu ewo ho no ebekosro brofokasa mu ye fe no exchange rate differentials what they to sikafufu ye didi dwa no ho ne ye a etan say ye interest rate no akosoro nti ubenya ho brebi enti ebema the rate ankofo edi demand for dollar no ebeko form na ye demand for the cedi no akosoro say ne ebe ya ye betimi stabilize currency no. Number 2 nso ne say or the control inflation no because sika the rate of commercial banks and ebobosia and say in sihunu wa form a nkofo eje sika no a ma sika be kura nkofo mu na say any productivity no enhia pe there will be more money chasing fuel goods and unti otum sa ebema bosia bo in sihu a wo hono ebekosoro nti nkrofo entimi nkɔgye sika pumping the system sa ɛno nti ɛna ɛho akɔhia sɛ ye pagya.
Hello.
As a short term measure ebema yetimi control sa nneoma mienu.
Oh, okay. I'm saying unchemu ni muda hopa. No pensia nasi. In fact, said ye na manfo nim say apagya kura na bia e de ha beba but pagya no pagya no na say e de enipa e na bebre oman.
Yes, yeah the total nneoma a control inflation in exchange rate no. Depreciation of the cedi no.
Opani anope ye nasi.
Yo, yes so ye da wase.
Yene urumunyamfo Isaiah Sika yena ena abonkomo ene anope economist we lecturer and so ewo Ghana Communication Technology University ena yena abonkomo fa Bank of Ghana policy rate wapejem ko hamonchichemu edu enson ena matibie eno Ora fan kanodon preacher say how na Ghana wum no ewiase nyina so former president Mahama onkra no ntum na onfa alternative mra krum ha no yani abre epese chiro man obi abedi di squad seated nana fokodjumo aso anochewa nana morning
good morning
let us say anyo adum ho ye pa
radio adum mesem ho ye
e do bad yase aso
bra
ese ye
oh bibia de na akwem
abombala tinade agbo musa
enye ize kura mediamia mu pampe ebefa o afa kura wie ni akodre de senya me aye wie aga se ebe pie woni pa ni so
kasa baboso
aboso no na aboso nko na we nko aboso de boost no ema enwano ma no we de aboso abo na sene
eno kwa ma me no mo na ebo
unim aboso no we ni e more than one
ana ye ma me no de ne
ana wo mo sa de ni bi
outmoded
dabi ana wo mo eno bi o
more than one than we no
on say belt e aboso sort ya
sure
enti on say a develop from sabre no sabre ni die no mu aba be duru belt how nipa do say na de ahoma ebo
na ye ma me no first na omo bobo so na efe pa o ma me no mo di dwa no obo ne tentenchi no obopo kakra ha no di sia ho no obopo kakra be be no di ase o bopo no no obo no di abonu mu
na no kwa no sa de ba
na how dare you bag bi enche no
we say oboro na o yesa sika no ochichem we odi we koye enti odi hihye ne saa odi we hye mu no agbo no po
odi we hye mu
no agbo no po
jo agbo no po sa
enti osani bia
e wodi ekire
oni ni odi koye
ebi kwa de da o
oda ho kra
odi da ase
oda wa bank
how dare you now because
wakoto wa de aba na ni nyina asa bonus ni o se wo kwa yie se wo kwa asore be bi wo bia abosre bonus ni
na mo ko di dwanso a na ade efon wa asesa anu na kromfo ko hia wa na se waji ni nyina
na wo so tatu
but nei on se develop aba ma akosi se ya mfa physical cash no nante bebrebe sa bio nti se sort ase nti se wo beko na won kra ne ma na wa beko kra no a say obi kromfo be hia no ketua bi na ebia the other faka bi na ukuta no age
mate ye baba na answer no abawe bi di ne birthday Mrs. Abigail Oti Asumadu ya dwuma so am municipal assembly
so me ya
so me ya
na MC Hano MC
why you Mrs. and
we hot time production
we miss ana Mrs.
na ko ya miss an ka zebranka ba kase kapita ya no panya wo ahomache wo be kan news e ma kile be yes sports e ma bu pra betna se kan na ya why you Mrs. Cynthia
na poku so se Pearl Asante so ono so edini birthday
ne ba no na poku market manager ba no
ne ba na ibi odini birthday
odini
aso ya bofro
we dia ba you 10 gram pa am je unse se den nyan koto so
na dile no asma mo ke me ya je
eni
we Raya will try to shoot Buffy. Pell. Okay.
Nana Pukun is already do.
Hey,
I saw a marketing manager.
And I know
banking a Juman or Yenti.
Thomas Kusigrafo. Everybody paying the market team.
Any other questions and signatures, no?
I know about the cat
and then you have a question.
I saw send you my sign was an affair to us. Near the course of Banner sign. Derby,
yeah, but did Yakoko
area contract.
Yeah, but you also of contract.
My 1 billion cry, even to the
yeah, the one smile. Baby, or best maybe I never cognac signatures number.
Okay,
not just Graciano. I did it once.
Sure.
Once onion san
Debbie.
They said the Edrono, Corona by ye, I may near the ho. Enti as Graciano, Ojia Waji, on Sam Jibio, sort as ye.
Okay.
And the signatures near the cop, baby of us may be a quack, now man for us and Sanya Diaba.
Young Minimum.
Now, answer never corner. Programs manager. Aheba, Yamana Chibaby will be a.
And I'm so Amansan Radio.
Amansan Buafo, United Kingdom.
Chairman Amansan.
Sure, and Chairman Amansan.
UK.
On 1 PP Kuno. Our branches were. Even Holland crying at their for programs were honey. Amansan the one in no.
Then no, I
never achim hey
Asanchachim.
David we sin no kwan.
Man penny crew
ne on the papa free mu cry ko jano le 2 years ago.
Okay. There's no watch mono.
Ne such na den kakra.
You can find there.
You can find there. We here back. Oh, here na be do an suban sesa. So ba no mam 55 na din na atwam. You ko do we na ko you ko ba
dia. Oh, lunch na atwam.
Oh, there atwam.
We na ko you ko ba no ko za Ebi.
Okay.
Ba do no na.
US for no yesi omo tie show pa.
US for no mo yeso.
Omo need telephone. By it, you can say COVID by no on such a day.
Na situation no. No, papa na here the interview no. I Mr. Akosa.
Yes,
counseling psychologist.
Sure.
No, ka say ya ho no. Oh. Nti ebia bi kura ho na iska. Bi wa na ye nchia. Oh. Ebi wa na che say me ho te science ra keke. Etimi manipa na nije.
Na na me anko anim.
No go cut out do be just na no pay. Niti ni kwani sisi ni kote jena beti na bacho na bakoni no poso na ifia hadi ya woba yetwa ni tia kano
O B D
niti ya wetwa nyina ne se
obia bedidi adana bupra asa na de obia bedidi waka kwa ato wona ada ora wa
na no krodomba enyam na mudi ye
Odi na kwa so
ebefa
matwa mabere
arofe bose baso atakre medende yira na yo bose ba wa fire to TV so ya
Ondi Devia nyina na ye
MC na semo ya
eti numbers no wo tie no kra de kai numbers no Samo jeje ana mo chama na so bose ba so. Samo se ba fa ya to TV ne so a wu ye. TV ne dia. Ne dia.
Yanko there graphics say.
Aha. Yanko
ana. Ko wanim.
Ma memfa times na shasi o. Okay. Aha. Enti bose ba be ma Ghanaian Times. Wa kai no boa. Wa fa ma mo.
Yanko.
Ase ECOWAS Community Court o matenase na onse wo mu de na otwemienu ena tenase o Ghana ha se Ghana ni na sa yedwam tenani o anti mampani bia no ne no awakasa na otufu no okyerese nti se court itirase di asem wie no de sunsu aso ba na mama mu mpanimfo ma amfa anya adwuma na court no adwuma o ye ne sen enti se court ni si gina ya amama mu mpanimfo no mumfa court no gina sie no nya adwuma na ma court no so o ka Gidia bam sura bam ehu abam na chese obuo ni anidie aba court na sema obekam fisheries ministry no yema ministry pa no ma me no ho no ya editor open na sem open actions ne say na ya say wo mu consider say wan hwa wo mu de bosome besa tum na chese ya poso adwuma no wo mu afare djuma no panhwa de na bosome batum na chese ya close na ya di atoto niam ansa
say dru say ya money wo ni
ati
say be ya yin nketenkete ne nse wo mo no ntino bedru ho na ya mo nyinyo mo mia kama enso enya bi apodwe
na ya say NTC enkran NTC yeah National Teaching Council no na say wonu office akromfo bi akwa bubu awura eno wasem no nti NTC fo na uba NTC so dia na chese edinkra area no edinkra area pa no NTC nti NTC mpenifo a wonu ho National Teaching Council nti mpenifo a wonu ho no wasem Dennis Osewusu PRO Dennis Osewusu NTC PRO na say wonu office na asema tu mi nti Osewusu ma wa chepa
it's very home. And my mefa daily graphic okuni nenso nto so e or see truth and accuracy every day. Ye de said ye tie no sabe pepe ye yi bi mfiri mu ye mfa bi nka ho ye mfa bi nteta no na emo said asam no tie no a e na bra no ye de ema wo. Kratafa to so dunsia e wo daily graphic mu e na Ghana mampeni na nado danko kufodo oni na be de chire Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Mr. Digital Man one mu fonyini ena eye hi e wo krata na nim wei
onse mfoni no so ahwe ya obeka sa asenso boachi ona bo asenso boachi
we na tiko no mo sa no
o machi ko ne se
ampeni na o mo tini se da it's natural say eye ECOWAS court no a anope Ghanaian Times krata na fo ko de biaba enu nti daily graphic so e de biaba krata fa to so dunsia ena ugibie na graphic so amane a wode aba no wetimi akenka bi e de free na enimu ha na da ho boyi Dr. Ernest Addison Bank of Ghana to apremu eno peni so akasa o jemu se challenges metre o hawa ene no ekami akoya sabatime mufo so ena empenifo atakrepa jese empenifo bowure ma omoko ne den ama menu mienu setime mu ni so ye ho atumi aton yen na onse coronavirus yare kwaku frempon ensem bebre no na de baye empenifo ai eye nhyehyeye ho no mu a ene no krata ne di bia ba o chemu se wa bra empenifo kwoti asa challenges no nhyehyeye empenifo de baye emum yensan so wono matwen asensan no pay krata so edibi aba na tvt se ene no entity a mebuno beji wo man mu se ye de yansa ye mfidujuma na etumi aboa no eno na no pe krata ni bamu chemu se yiyu empenifo aso sa dwume de yesene 17 million euros ena empenifo ede ahyemu kena anopei ensem no de dos na so miensa wei ena mede adan wo graphic okunini de obokrata ni mu
the new crusading guide on the din kan bete ya okoye ma graphic by
say na kan watcho konsa
crusading
guide
ose mampeni danimu I say mampeni government to reduce salaries of appointees by 30%. And all kind mampeni appointees no wo mo mampeni na afa wo mo adwuma no omo na ban eba na odi omo bae ana wafa wo madwuma nti se bia we minister we DC omo saa no saa na ye kan nti wa ban appointment no mo katwia no wa mu nchemu aduasa aban eba bete ti a wote ne se mo ntemfa moa na se de aduru no ehu be hia se eja ye be keka ne ma sie ni aboa ebre bi bae meti sase me mampani dada ye John Dramani mama breso on say ahokyere bai e ma ne ye say what tete na appointees akatua so 10% but antete omante
ya amokan
bai anya adwuma e be ye ma ye bo na baso kran so anya adwuma but ye hese mampani akan
se kasa de enya den na ne yo
eno ne ase
ntino mo so talk is cheap
na ne ka ene ye no
mampani de wakan bompa wode be adwuma na ne manti apprentice no we de madaro ma monyi ntum se ahokyere e na aba e ne ye ni se yi na wo ma anya bi kura no so enkom be dan wo ma anya ani ya se akuapem north NPP mu se mabunu dom frefo ya wo mu ora owusu afiye na no akwa akọ ni camera kokasa
eno ametiene nka
ama wankasa ye akai masemu wankasa ye na me kai na kai masem pa enti wankasa ye no mama mpedifo akasa de etia enti wansem ho ensem no dos na no mum ne befa
okay
mama fa daily guide bokrata ne so ento so anopay ema yetiefo ene yahwefo na Dr. Ernest Addison eguso ekasa osi afia ye womu die he Eurobond bia eni ba bia sa ehun nsam no krata fa to sunsia e wo daily guide mu ena nsam no oje krata ne bia obetimi akenkan ede afri na krata fa to sunsia no amesisa asem we bi die eya na meti amente nkefa akra wore bi jealous man ena ono anu hukeni watwuto tei waboni to amakra na aji shukura oba na nka bi adan ya wose obi efrefre na yere no na entene no se we na ya na yefutu sam wo so yo babunu wa sha se twempene ya ba mo bi wo no mu a o ye kola no abebusa hwan na frɛ wo no unso odonti obu ono mu kra hwan na frɛ na asotoro di so ne ade enso odonti no akwa ware no se ya na betu wo etene se wo honom na wo ba wo ba mo wo ye ko no bizabiza na hwan na frɛ wo na akwa ha se kra na de na wankra me na ade na ne manko ne ade a ma me no wagya no tena ba bi na se bi ankwa ankoto eye o eye pa
eno anu na brawa
be ma ba ko ku ama me ma pempem betwa dwadwo we yase ano pray te won samono wo krata fa to sunsia e wo daily guide mu e na so betimi agibi na awra husemi wetimi akenkan na ensemu a owurasika na ebupre ne di nkwamo sisi ano pray krata nso e de biaba policy rate no e na pay enchemu aba be dwa e kyerese ohamo bupan edunso 17% e na mpanifo apagem e de akodura krata fa to sunkono e na wo so betimi ahweno na mrashebe Fiacha mehini yes speaker on monyafo aban babin efo ni fonyini ena da ha se ye na no pekrata ne sanso abomu nchemu se na bedi akirefo mienu no wasnobo mu bienkura wasnobo mu eti yanko ye ni fokuo
abrochi akwantuo na aba se speaker ebeko na nkaja wakwa deliver na speaker se ni di wana chire baby on na chire de wonko anti so bia o Dubai na e bia no hododo no osa no ho yade a deputies no montra senya adwuma oni mo bia obetima kwa kwesi na ya
Kofi ato sa beko
obe
ono so bia so besa ko bia
na what deputies no nyam nkodi a se Kofi ato na eko
ye nya magana fu
ale ono so be kan deputies no
so ono na izo ko bia running pub wa se no what be that
on na nijidie woni mu
sanga Dr. Baumia ho no mampeni edukwa ya wo se dana foku be yo behwe kire mam
we me di one day kra constitution na makwan nanka we be record mabusu mu nyina
it is the speaker there no share record se we no be de kire nya ba ko mienu mu a na akọ be bia isa osa ekofro bi fofro na sa de neba ekuma Monique mehu wa flash me chawa no ya mehu wa frefre mehu eti yanko hu na ye wie
the new statesman
for statement to us
yan for the new statesman the worker ta no to aso na o for the new statesman the worker ta no a what the assembly aba betudwa obi na boni o the assembly aba endi asemu abani we na da ni mu
ho hia me pa asem na shashro ho ba bi no
asro no
dikan senate for the no
Senate for the no. That's informal sector. You pay 10 million. Uncover. When you have
Chasa we hwe mo adwumayefo ana 10 million.
Adwumayefo.
Omo ni chefa was senate. Na ye mpanifo ni bi ntwetwa. Adwumayefo ni bi senate.
Adwumayefo no a wo mu ni formal sector say bia abaya adwuma mu. Ye de wahyem. So tiase. Bo so me so a ye twa oka no na ye say ye twa senate na fam say bia wote ha yi ya fa adwuma ya fa me adwuma wa ha ya say bia chairman untumi twa e ka otwa manefa senate no
amafo nti wo
mu ni saa kwanya no manefa formal sector no
10 million
nipa 10 million
yankwai
enti e ma me no mo ti dwam ka ho bi o mo ti dwam no wo mo ka ho bi say bia obi na afọ adwuma ya table so de ne nyina aka ho bi enti wasem awo ho enti ase aban abebo na nhihye pa wode ebo man kankro no flagship programs no ababo ban obekura ni ye papa nti free senior high school no ye ntwem ate
okura mu twe
wa ye nhihye wo no yakomato ye mu ye ntwem abaso ntwem ai
Dezinidi.
Na ko no ntwam.
Obatampa.
Ani ye mane obatampa. Abedum Ghana. Ontwam.
Ayo.
Enti makoma 16. Emu bia wontwam. Na emum sika ne yemfa nko hyem. Ne yemwo ne ye mane yi. Enti eno wasem ewo ho. Enti Bank of Ghana asem a wo kan ye ya Radisson nimfoni ne da ha no. Papa ne de bia wasiru. Ne re ho da. Na re ho da. Da ni mo. Ana opuni case no. O di asem bia ba no so ho asem. O di aba the Daily Statesman Democrat emunti.
Ya be konso me chia me kuma ne menu afatis me so no so flash me. This is ma me chia me o enra me na e yare da Tech Hospital. Mma bebia wo bia nya me ensa o yare emfa emma me. Na ansa ne ye kona busu ye gusu aye pedan. Single room self contained. And then no so ye agent ana so ye fiewura ana so ye timemuni bimpo na so what say we fia wutimu wo portable edan da baabia de ehia ne say edan no e wa sokwa stadium Tech Maxima ana se buokrom asokwa stadium Tech Maxima ana se buokrom o de frɛ number we ye beba na ye de ani abehwe 0240 246996 0240 246996.
Okay, abakoma akoto.
Aye. Dr. Francis Adumako.
Regional NPP regional organizer.
Ayo. So say baby.
Dr. Akoto.
Ya chi obi
Dr. Akoto.
Abodi from that is so chiamo.
Eh, ya so
wono ene ba ne ko UK na.
Mpacho haye kwa ho.
Na Jako wa Ghana. Ba menya sure say Jako wa Ghana.
Ghana haya.
Jako da bundi Ghana.
Na
Ajo no ene ba ne
ko so chiao. Ese o da bedidi no. Obem.
Abodi from Dasen ameka brantie pa no wo boss FM. We nu sedita. Na koi tata mesa. Oh, abu pra be du se na one the station wants me see me na ye. Ina wiam.
Na buy.
Na me be news bi. Thursday bi anwumre se. Afi ko wase ni manager chira me sa amra na me.
Na onko for man tell you when.
Asora me ya kase nyane sa. Me yo overtake me news ko e ade afi about say.
Baby ai he. Wa we pastor.
Wase me mra so me miss me. We ko bi ti de he ba ya bo me koya.
Ya nchi wo.
Na me tiate.
Awade bia o say wo no news no kwa no. News no empaboa no e chiw che be bia o ti yo. Debi o kan oni de obetimi aye.
Ayo era ma se afa.
Say unko you can live now wa Ghana dia.
Wase na mudi nkomo bi. Enti na ni ji ho pa. O de hechire.
Esu da me to nkra fra me mu na me we hem say what dada. You can now wa Ghana dia me chia.
Era asebusafo ya dan ho be ba. Opani bi bewura ha na yedi enkomo me besisi a bo sheba
appointment aye bio
victory, sir. So you're real nuts now, your swatch. You have victory garlic mixture. You're going hey, and the victory garlic mixture. Let me join the celebration. Victory, Edu Papa, victory.
Menu. Number gentlemen, ndi me mo afro sane ye. Me nya victory garlic no. Ena me ho atome.
Kane no.
menati kakra na makoma bɔ me periperi na mabrɛ na meni so nyine bri me na sisia no menya victory garlic mixture no bibia ye kama
and let's celebrate
da onya mfie dumi you know apinfo ene oba o ma no fo entimi mfasa adro yi
victory
FDA agi edwadie enkrato yi atom
This is the end.
Kanene no bibetimi akase mabemabu enti wasi nso ekra nya dia metrobio esanse wa Trump predudo ni nyina nkugo nko na odi won so oba na tro wasi nso hwe ne bi na wantumi antwa maths science english mekanfo ama ose fa oba no bra ideal college won so oba no ope baby senior high school ni ono so awie BC ya wotifie na wo hwe nim se wono so ne results beba mekanfo pre-SHS amount pre-SHS ni yehye bi e de siesie mofra no na wotumi hu ani so ansa kra no akọ senior high school so oba ne makwan na obafia e ma ne ntena fie ma ne me vacation class e wa ideal college so person kwa ma no kosua de e SAT TOEFL GRE GMAT Cambridge and A level ideal college this sani man nyina mu ntintiman fa ho dom ideal college yen kasakwa e be den e na wo obedi nkugu
me pimples see hane hame was what thing many adrobi your friend the classic ointment there be classic classic e ye papa tatashe aloe vera nto hey e hu ya do and I want try classic e show me bag ni am dey me pimples and when am dey treat me pimples e ye ma fo classic e ye ni mo bebre pimples e ma wa siesie e ne apropro e be tin say
thank you what's your mom me stati me papa ngala na on ala
ni chitona
Manfort
jiraho so ankowe
classic ointment
enkuwe na siesie me amate se wontime ho jai no na onim eye mo pipia propro ene enka woni na so e fasa na ho
classic ointment me me
This advert is FDA.
Anokwa se mankopie enidaso wo ho herbal clinic enka ni yade aka me so se ye ka herbal clinic bo ben eni yade mu pa dia na edi kan ene enidaso wo ho herbal clinic behwe adokotafo animdefo a wo hia dia ben wonya bre hwehwe ni yade potia hawo na wo san yade no krakra medofo se ye wani na taprunsuo eso na keka wo eso ye wuwisiwisi ade wa kira wonhunu wontumi nhunu atwedie yempo na wakenkan ne mentonchia na enidaso wo ho nti mese pania tofoma na dwompo a wobehuna fa enidaso wo ho wobede wo ho wobebose efrise eniyade de wote no te yade binom so te se stroke hernia ne diabetes de wobetu asia kra afri ni padua no mu afi lab test ahodo no nyina so woye bi hwehwe enidaso wo ho herbal clinic e wo Patase High Street no mu opposite Brother Man Estate Road wa kra wobehu ye Watabora Alaji Walako Junction Fred Doctor e wo 0559901234 enidaso wo ho herbal clinic na enidaso wo ho ma obia.
kama esiesie honama aponopono na abre kroche nyina ase na mawedie no aye na ha ahofentira so awaso ho daye no eda waboboa no emfa ho ni bebi awo sɛdeɛ wotie anaa sɛdeɛ woyɛ Queen Elizabeth Sherbata esiesie ahofe ema ne danso ema wo bright yankasa Queen Elizabeth Sherbata body cream body lotion any hair pomade obenye bi wo cosmetic shop anaa sɛ supermarket a ebenwo
ejade nkratwe FD ajatum sɛ eye
Queen Elizabeth Sherbata
Sibi makeup snap amaka correct what your best mankasa that's it who any one oh middle you capsules back on Sibi makeup sauce me see Sibi makeup capsules na make a year
yeah you see men and women's capsules na you nim the dada and one year packaging na you the
wow what a packaging Sibi men any Sibi women capsules no packaging is out and you also no mood any biansa na wakodo pegi
share apemfo any abata wo man kwada no fo any kwada wo ni and come
Susanna Ghana man be man tamase
Dodo Afre 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750 FDA ati edwede nkato yato
Ana ye who me say
Who you fantastic?
No, pure.
So say dear, we in charge when you feel one kasa. Losing the layman capsules. A mob sisi muko toje ma yedin. No bread you must so with shankasa. Nana, no, near.
So losing lotte, Mister. Unless you I'm also what if you want you're free to come to I say for semi boom the honam simi dear someone. Losing lotte, Mister.
Losing the layman capsule.
What your pen?
More nana. Losing law care mixture.
Losing delay my capsules.
Do you know what you feel?
Delay man capsules and men didn't feel do what they cronkwan and a law care mixture so a painful and my woman no for anyone I want in fear do what trains on come FD Ashisha sa a jadi and crato you mu adia to muse a
na omashe omodwumase na mpuntu na aye pene yensaka tikwabna chama de chama 1 say party ba power kwabna say the American nyina ne yensa beke de first term sure second term it as soon as party ni be co opposition no yeni ayensa anka first and second term no kwabna ya boka because the thing is that say first term in sakan na second term dan yensa kan ya third term no say ba me ho a ye be kasam ana wo aja wanya ode ani aton so wanya ode ani aduru enu aban so eti the more ye chewa aban mu the more we be answer candidate into the best thing that we are looking for now the twam bi atwam but power is what is very very important na obi nso a waye bia me hu say wey na betima ye kwabna me se ne to aba ye to aba asafu of all asafu amokom astown hey ye nua mutimi ma ba bia ye din eno unim aya advantage a disadvantage ye play more money say some cause chaos among for academ pie nkoto aba obo ho anse time na so but time aba ye won why na so me cause chaos cause chaos wo he enti si ye pese ye toa so tena aba mu dia na de waye bi pen no abena ono se egina na chi enti commander no me de me se me frɛ no wo se kwasi kokko bre no na even after independence na do hwe Ghana nyina so wo tena aban amnam Britain aban anam no like governor general enti me ba Ashanti region there chama there we governor general because what say he has what it takes to win election now party politics and so the here ni win sure
ati kwabna nyina ye be support to chama bid se de be yankunim die be ba ma nyina
Yantumano na obetumi aye Bernard Ntwibu Asiako Anyumwe akom uhunu sen say the promotion obo trinkosa Bernard Ntwibu Asiako regional chair for the New Patriotic Party nyame yadmo a elections abekoso hwebe bosumi aye ewuremu no kro no Bernard Ntwibu Asiako say edru ho a wasambe fan krata bio na wapre se regional chair for the New Patriotic Party na nyame yadmo 2024 Ghana 7 December yebako kujina simpio so ato aba na watimi aboa ya dwumaden ama party no etimi awini elections no eti delegate mo asantema mu nyina nyame yadmo edu a monkai chairman Wontumi adwuma no mugidiye se obetimi aye amana broso nti monkai no na onto aso emo adwuma Ghana man council sanopay menkai na mintimu gina nche o se opese obema ye kese opese emuye du opese tentene a Ghana man council sanwa no obia yuso na no akomji ba akoma na damfo no na no ba ya danse wodi anya agro Ghana man council no ebodwuma da bia no mienu postal joy uta Johnson tentem ya na ba mamu yo ya ompese de katita beto ba mamu a postal joy no obia yuso eboa papa na Ghana bam no yemo wono asisia osisia ya ana waposo achiri bramu etwitwiu sa Ghana bam na wote afaso pharmacy bia ba ubia obenya bia to Frezo 244727028 na no mabonkomo Victory Galaxy opesa umoja dia frusani yiye na unya hoden sonko ma mu konfitire na ma ya seta mu ya na entimi meya no Victory opesa obeno fact na cholesterol Victory Galaxy mesha Galaxy ni yade aye nti wa wonu tua edwuma betimi aya aboawo pharmacy so bia ban bia o do so per Victory Galaxy mesha no benya bia to 0242545633 na onsa etimi akabi na anapema menkancho se go big time data go big time data no ho mesebo modina na ekotobi go no mayusu bida na ni data no emu odu ususu eche abadwuma pa na se data no o chat ba ku bionu anasa o chat ba ku bionu anasa ada na ho na nyisu go no correct pa ne bo no so ofom ususu eche de obe ansa obe dale star 111 hash star 111 hash o dale pe no select option 1 na o big time data no ho na option 4 and so open option 4 no sika kokko data na grokra nti go ni yekotobi na eyusu bad browser sa we say go live simple na emwa na maminka sibi malake ho asem chew me pa chew malaria wo so typhoid fever high body temperature sibi malake etu ase sibi men capsules no ayama emema no a moto so a entimi meye na emuyo ya esese ompese de katita beto be memu a sibi men capsules nunumbi ubedi adanse na eboa pa sibi women no ma de ma na wo wase eta kekaw eya wo yatiti woni be mahia wote ya pa onso atenkan woni bi mesaw koto sibi women's capsules na emo menstrual pains so eyi free ho number will be afre 0247 111671 kobo enra ena yebeyi Wontumi television so kobo na afa pa a kire buruwa mu nyina wo bi be ma bedi de wa check die ho amanfo wo mu a chese afutuo pa wom enkransa 7 ni anije kobo mu vunu ntimi srew enanwumre 7 pm na ye kwasi ada na ye repeat 7 pm sa 7:30 pm so dia to aso dia mantimi srew enebo 7:30 a TV no ho kobo na ehwe upreso sponsor 0245687547 ana 024316634242 fabrics aseda fabrics ena asha asiaba etupa material to ntoma aye kama aseda fabrics ena make am for you ma frezo 244792902 Mokola shopping mall ana Methodist depot ni nyina wakra obenya bi etimi actor George akom atena se yenua yehwe Thomas Kusibu Afonso anim na Dr. Samuel Free Eba and the board member himself onwa enso eba inia Ishak Chebrobe enso bana ashase abonkomo ko Facebook na efa comment to ho aso beturi nyina ba bra na afia kenkan enso ediama comment bia ko Facebook a o like page no na wo share na do comment ato na nu enso nya bia he na mudu discuss da ba na o man nchesire no ya ne kakra krasha akoma be de ma me shase emfa emfi no menu na tsen
emini ameje so
bibia she ye de
nyame de ache ye tiase and that's what say bia o man e ko ne be yi sesa bre no ne man tutu yi ne so ye ni da kwan se o mampani hihye ya odi begu akwemu a ye nyina ebenya ho mfaso na ye twa so aba no ebe ma yetimi agina yi ma menchia wo na menchia hwefo ene atiefo a omutie nka anope wo chichi ne benche ye na memfa nkrama chama Wontumi de opagro ne so antwene baby e obi amechia na nope menchia regional minister Papa Samuel Samens uncle mechia wo na machia wo se de memfa nkranko me amempesua so ene madehye wo secha from plains memfa nchia kese mfa afidi kese so ye chama Wontumi afidi kese so na memfa ma wo se mechia wo mo minim se dwumadi bi omu di bia na beko wano constituency executives wo mechia wo nyina na menchia mempanimfo pa na nanoma ewo ho ewoko anyurofi na tinkakabo the second mechia wo pa na me amade nyina na fu awusu a oba ahima wo anyurofi bonso mechia no na memra drobonso mechia na dankwadwu bisan drobonso hene maybe ani say de mintimi it say wasa cap man wo anwam mintimi nyibe masa fotwe bako du amfrim kuma wo man hene na anopa wo de yeso hene de yanchia no me kra wo kotodwam na me nkwa hemfie kase mu otekoko so wono so made nyina menchia no na menchia crew ni nyina no pese mo badwuma so e de ama Ghana pa na menimse menuano so beba be kama na the house will be fully packed.
Okay.
Na yenko ye nimse de bia.
Yeah na bibia sentiminya kama. Busa for Dr. Samuel Sapon and so na okay. We de na nka ye hwe Thomas Kusibu Afo anim na so say the producer atia me na so say bibia sanka nti Dr. Ora Kusibu Afo ntimi pass through the show. Dr. Samuel Sapon so ha Ishak Chebrobe bana ye ne wono mo atimi edidi nkomo. Dr. Samuel Free na honamu ye de. Free. Dr. Samuel Free, okay.
I take serious exception. My hard work by substituting somebody's name into my
your name.
Yes.
And I'm going to say, what's your friend say? Substituting
my hard work reputation.
I said, Bibia be kama. You be fine. You be fine. Nyame adom se me ho ye.
It is another say another level in if you see the sound I say about you have to change, be dynamic. You are not call level high, no about low, no about medium. Nampacho onye baba.
Enchokra.
Bas no say on enchokra. Is it number of days? Bas there, you know.
I don't do kromi ade. Wonu gura case ejuma. I don't hear about transfer. Opa mema.
Anu bas ko. Enye you know. Who say oko you can no bas no. Woni bia e fo.
Obi ono so relax sit baby enjoy no say o bas.
Abu sa bas.
Who ndika.
Dr. Free can bas. The friend konko bas. Konko bas. They pass me no. Bas abu sai. E do ohoro. You can. Papa.
Besi ado besi am fe bra na mama. O Samuel Free etitim. Opa isi abio. Tia no yasase na ye ni nkomo nsam de aba na de tia no se o papa kasa. Em so wote ho na o ti hodi a ompe o papa ko kasa na before then no ma men kasa asem we nana amponsa ye akusu wo ye dikro otumfo marre hene adonte hene marre adonte hene ne ma me nimpon da fomu anyame yadoma 26 na ye no ye wukuma se ohwim enti Richard Bodu se osi amamfo na ye na yemeboa na namponsa yes otumfo marre adonte hene ne ma me eye no nyame yadoma 26 of this month na eye ne ye ewuhwim ti yesre adofo na se mobejam na enye fe Dr. Samuel Afriye. Doc, former President Mahama, ese Ghana, your economy no, niyama basa, bwese bibra, bayano, ese yenti, ama niyama mwa yedin. Minim, ona uti no?
Mi tieni kakrebi, tieni kakrebi.
Oh, okay. Enti diodi abashimu no?
Se promises bibri na.
Abayana yenti, ama economy no, ntimi deliver, se de sitie.
Well, Midasi Abu, any wafefo, any minia, akom.
Disappointed. We no manage straight to say na menti one no. Very good, very good, very good.
To me, sir, and repeat it. And I'm disappointed. This year, no, akom.
Okay.
I'm a chiano.
Ojoso.
Na ohine baso se baby o bi aso chiano.
Na tete abenti.
Debi madam for no nti se me nua ba akopɛ no.
Ya frene ni nka no frene me. Ya frene ni sankopo no.
Na o ko twa picture no ko gira ba bi Jesus you be so ya se we Kristo. Ye no na tie ya. So picture bi o de send me o gina you signboard bi atwa Jesus. Na brand you be say Photoshop say no ya me o say aso ho no ko sorry bi na we ai me ni ya botre na ye no net ya udimi hune hune efa UK me hune hune back to issue you know about former president and what he said. I don't know whether bia utiminya some factual evidence to prove say the amount spent on those promises and as a way no na etimi also hardship in the system. I beg to differ was our area because school feeding they kind of saying I don't think say and also the problem and I said the hardship now one about NAPCO I don't think say and on also the hardship that we are going through yes and I say
sika boy na pompia shim no because this one ka say on one say sika of free senior school and annually no according to report 7.5 million Ghana cedi afi bia and a buying say of free senior school so can you imagine this amount of money
you see
NAPCO
say NAPCO need those things you know I don't think say
planting for food and jobs
the chunk of and here now also you hear the multiplier effect of those investment na aban idibra hon. If we have about 1.6 million students benefiting from free SHS unim because last time I was listening to textbooks are free, food are free, science and laboratory are free, and everything beyond utility are free. And assuming say be a parent in the 8 years the number of parents and also the opportunity are creative for or deprived and as more needy in the society no. And that is where I was say be a hono and the effect of that policy. That policy no there. And about NAPCO it has solved most of the issues of unemployment. Even though there are challenges, policy there are challenges in it. Nebasa so does not mean say the policy and on accredit that kind of hardship. No. We all know say the nyoma and nyoma ekoyi ana yare beboom of which amount for per se yebeboso because of say we are using that as an excuse and that is they really no and then Ghana and Kwana yare ne ba so affect the whole world and you get yourself into it. Can you believe say in China they still the COVID cases back on more offering from refugee it's still rising.
Delta na.
The South Africa.
Omicron.
Okay. It's still rising in China, and some provinces has been locked down. Yeah, local some of the provinces. Inti sayari no ankasa be create an issue for us. And looking at that, no so ya really buy no ama import and export. Man for the new free baby ebeba or mine manasi yes ebe ye ubaba kwa aman so akofa nneoma no. This thing has been prices are increasing baby. And we know say most of our nneoma issue kroma no so most of them are imported. And we then ya because if you a container ba ko na koye ya e ho no China ho na nkasa na obeload no ya tomu ho. Se Netherlands ya tomu ho. And in that case no de bedru ha then na price no so escalate. Inti the way nneoma see kono we have to be realistic and don't say ebia those polysocial interventions na abano and accrete that problem. I beg to differ. And no dear ebia this time na ye ho akere ye no and ebia we have to review some aspect be ebia one area be na say ya just near di bisha fine but to say
na ban person wo ye no sabre no.
Yes, and I support that argument because it is say Wontumi ko because of sa situation Wontumi ko pebosia Wontumi ko jiska Wontumi obi pe kwan ya baba so a obi free sa yare ni economic recovery obetumi aba enti every country is serious and working things out. Enti say yes ye neglect the reality on the ground na ya adwen say opportunity na aba which in politics in the partisan politics there you cannot begrudge former President Mahama obe can be take advantage of the system all because when you say a quiet that obetimi afa akeka nneoma bi a ye anya careful na say MPP so antimi ankyere nneoma mu ya people will pick that angle and see say nneoma ye komu no ya ade bi a aban no na ahyeda na say nneoma bi ntina amana abasa without looking at the real or global situation that you find yourself in. Abu, I'm telling you, it's not can't be anywhere what we are seem to say or say what like free sir and I said you may koye man sir and I am to tune you no there's no ubet name country be I'll be very glad Sebia you bit me akosia be free. The situation that we find ourselves and the president so enya ka say and you might go through no hard times and it's a fact. Open can tell say your prices and all these things and so and your cost come say your cost ama he said nipa ni ahotokra but in all that we cannot replace this hardship say because of way and I say social interventions and mayor disappointed they say because NDC as a social party and
social
democrat na bi obeka say social interventions na accrediting kamaka say bi o support to say bi aban no and I will be the first and as the last person na metimi aka say bi a o betimi aka say bi aban intwitwa sa social interventions ni because that party thinks about what the society in general. They think about the masses.
MPP capitalist and this is socialist.
Yes.
But now MPP for no
a socialist and almost a socialist party. And Abu, the fact does not support the case. Say these social interventions, and accrete that kind of hardship. No, and maybe because the sources of these social interventions, for different planting for food was foreign backed. Not foreign Netherlands or so and a package or your day finance with I know say free SHS and also is from the oil source and the government of Ghana so kakra would be support to and in that case Wontumi justify say bia the hardship and your my cost no yet free SHS. Let's assume that you get free SHS. What will happen? Will prices come down? Bufuo and I say and your ma you go through never down. It's even going to create more hardship. And Abu
say our phobia and medical fees incentives
because now Ushima baby and your ma kokosuri na fees so as additional problem say be also to your fees and ube feeling crophobia be also card in the policy near boa mono. They are the same person saying abani policy in free no more and you into your money. Me, I'm not benefiting from free SHS, but I solve an issue say be obi o mabusu emi okosko o mabusu some school fees. So I can save that money or I can use that money for other purpose. And these are issues any social interventions nipa bebre. Now the only thing is that the government should look at it very well.
Okay.
No more here pan for now. No, ye review no center on those people.
Okay.
Sebeya it can reduce our economic pressure.
Thank you, Dr. Samuel Efriye, lecturer KSTU. George, akom.
Minia.
Mentio.
Medase. Mamenche minia kwesi enchi. We youth organizer of Bantam. Akwesi. Nechia. Minisa wo se jina kono. Bibia be find tutoni eme ye na onkrofo enye Wontumi. Abuzi se ye numbi no yadane political pastors of MPP. Ye preachy. Political pastors of MPP. Ye preachy. Ye politics ni bi.
Sure.
Because ya nyane sa enkrofo bebre beto enema emfatagu temamufo na omanfo ani amadwuma papa MPP aye ni nyina no asaje nsemu. Akachiro se entro eto aba okrum hawo. Se asemu a enimu a ndokre enim na enkrofo gina so to aba pa. Enentina sometimes me bana me kasafa sansem bi hu se ya me kase political misinformation and disinformation is a threat to good governance. And this force say the omo ye nyina no ye huru ye eka oka wa no wo say huhu. Ghana for them said they are sympathizing with them, but omo de odwangoma na ahye patakudie so odwangoma enom de ahye patakudie so enuntina mi regular mantra metaka say now we have to go by the NCNC. No comparison, no complaint. Yajitu mwomanu ma yedi. Na yemi de se nanado danko kufuado His Excellency. Wapotrain hu in such manner one day wonka se wunti ubia. Na watu anama wo hwese ne mapapa ebeba. Se yedi MPP betoto aban bia na nya NDC. Say yesi aboa bia wosua kese ya ana opeso Doris ado don hototo preku. Enu nti na ye tutu ye niema na ye pese ye comparison de ko aman abobrapa na adiyi ya de ebo aboa kokosechi senke bi ne bo anene na akwa ando bia ke ko sie ne dadadada se no mo ha ena o mo abreso o mampani dada akufo ko ye de o man hye o monsa na wo mo de bibia kura nsi bibia nsi so mo ntimi mu o man nti wo mo de koche obi se gumame na kire me de menye sabi ka bema de upese wo kwadwo se nyu bi na so otadua mu ma wo ye de koduru ha niema isisi ye ema ebe wie se ya sabre ye ho empintin kwa na ye nyina ye de yeti governance is a progressive kind of venture ye continuous nti se wo ba no ya de papa se de no se mo yi akwan twitwa hye green book mu de di ma obia fi se mo atwa no se nke be to se yi akwan nyina se sika no mfi se mo de yi akwan no nke yansa ma mesi achi amede bia ye sori a microphone sam fa medan MPP by in any case makachire wo mo nanu ewa fidie bi so se ye de ya dane ya bo atema ye trinye o ka sa anyum ya bo atema mi trinye bi obeye bia enso bia ni o mampani ko for time o bae na ni tranye yie na no ma na tia pansam na bibia nko yie na nyame ya adoma wo bae na odo a amai bi doninti o mutimi ehu ne mobo ehu wo ma nyina mobo e ma ye ka bebre de che ya ye hyase na ye niema wo hwe niema hodo a wo mo so mo ye socialist government a ye de bae no na sese ye didi hu a na do danka kufu ado bae wasa be him kena atena ho abisi na ye ye twa so aba o mo bae na o mampani kufo oil force ani ye discover nyina no wo mo ne bedi so mfaso ba wo mo tena ho ma wo ma ne ginsem ema kanea ye didi dwuma ye nuanu mo de kanea eye dwuma ɛho kyerɛ mu a to the extent sɛ wobɛkɔ koraa na sɛ bi me nua mom yɛ baba wo yi tiri na wɔte hɔ aka ne nsa hyɛ ne dɛm de fam saa tam na yadeɛ ni hɔ nkane a yɛde sɔ ɛdi dwuma a yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ yɛbɛtumi de abɔ yɛn ho bra no na yadeɛ ni hɔ so ɛno korɔ mu antumi anhwɛ so na no mete sɛ yɛse gyinapɔ honorable John Gyinapɔ ka sɛ yɛn dissolve the economic management team wɔno no wɔyɛ hwan time ana ndi so wabɛm no wɔnyɛ deputy minister of energy a wɔtena hɔ a ma nkane a mfie 9 yɛntumi ansɔ but wɔtena hɔ gye na allowance ya de wieyɛ as a deputy ɛma eduru mpɛmpɛnso korɔ mu ntumi mu kanea ho content wɔn sɛ create a whole ministry for power ɛma wo papa Kwabena Donkɔ ɛkɔ da no ɛkɔsi sɛn saa time na yadeɛ ni hawo
resign kra
saa time no na free senior high school ni hɔ saa time na napco ni hɔ saa time na ban hyehyɛ yɛ planting for food a ɛnɛ ɛnam so a yɛkɔ covid na ɛkɔm abu wiase ne adeɛ nyɛ yɛtumi nya aduane di ya bɛsi saa bere a yɛte hɔ yi abu ya na wɔn de wɔn ho toto aman bi sɛ asɛ yɛ na ɔman nko ara no yɛn nko ara na yɛn ho kyerɛ yɛn yɛsi apu ne baabi anwoyɛ na yɛsi fofi antrata na wadwane abamo no ɔman ayɛ so mu ani yɛde asimire ka so kri yɛn nuanom te sɛ napkofoɔ yi a ɛnɛ wɔn sɛ yɛnyi wɔn nhyehyɛ yɛn firi hɔ yi na wɔn ti fie because yɛde akɔ IMF a nkwadaa wɔn awie school me nuanom a wɔn ka ho bi dɔbɔn sofoɔ no wɔn awie university na wɔn tete fie a wokɔ hɔ a gye sɛ obi srɛ wɔ sɛ papa ɛnɛ me nidi yɛ ma me sika deɛ na yɛ me ya koraa sɛ obi atima yɛ adwuma bosome enum nsia afe ne yɛsɛ dodo a yɛbɛtua bosome mmiɛnsa no koraa no yɛmfa ma mo ne nyinaa bɛsene kɔ Ghanafoɔ mɛka sɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛ ne sɛm nti sɛ deɛ yɛ a na meka nyinaa sɛ obi a wadi mfie du ɛkɔ biara no nim yɛsiiɛ na yɛbaeɛ moka ne bi koraa anaasɛ mo nhyehyɛ yɛ ne bi ɛtena hɔ bɛwie MPP aban so wɔ 2018 a IMF yi yɛfiri mu na mokɔgye sika ketekete te sa noma anum $918 million ɛgye wɔ maa no kɔkyɛ wo bi yɛsɛ yɛmfa nipa dwumam ɛnyia kwan deɛ ɔmo pɛ no ɔmo kyerɛw Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo His Excellency wɔhyɛ ase yɛde nti a m'ani agye ne ho time na menya akwanya as coordinator for University of Education TESCOM na ɔba hɔ 2008 saa da no koraa no mpa yɛ me na mebɔɔyɛ na mebɔ mpa yɛ de hyira no a yɛkɔɔyɛ 2008 yɛntimi ani nkunim na wɔgyina nkete sɛ wɔba a wɔbɛma nkurɔfoɔ akɔ school kwa a wampusu ne ti na saa hyehyɛ nyinaa yɛbaeɛ yɛde sika wuram na yɛkɔ yɛ anim na yɛbɛduru baabi na ne ahokyerɛ ba na no koraa no wɔnte na ɛno wɔsrɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ mesrɛ mo moma me brɛ na menyɛ ntotoyɛ asɛ deɛ Ghana no yɛ abɔ 1982 1983 kɔm no koraa bɛsene kɔ abu yɛ nwu na deɛ ama na yɛ yan sɛ wiase nyinaa na ehuna mane na wohwɛ yadeɛ ɛbɛ yɛ a obiara ni sɛm ama wiase nyinaa kɔ ahokyerɛ mu a mɛka sɛ nka saa bere ne yɛ fɛfɛ na fofi antrata no adware abamono na saa bere abu yasai abaye akyi through this geopolitical tension a ɔman yi bia esu na ya beduru saa stage yɛ ne nkrɔfo hwɛ sɛ yɛbɛyɛ nhyehyɛ yɛ pa ne yɛtima kɔyɛ anim na yɛtimi agyina yɛ naso na yɛnu anu dɔm sɔre a wɔn sɛ ɔman no yɛmfa mo mu sɛ nkɔmɔ mu bi dade a sɛ the last Saturday na meka yɛ kebe de bɛ mo sɛ wɔn nyi nsɔhwɛ but nye wɔn na yɛde ɔman no bɛma wɔn na nhyehyɛ a ɛwɔ hɔ a aban ne tu ho na mo ɛno na yɛmpɛ sɛ bɛba na nkrɔfo abɛyɛ sɛ yɛduam abu hwɛ baabi a mempɛ sɛ nka yɛbɛka no paa sɛ mewɔ ho tumi a free senior high school no yɛadeɛ a mɛka sɛ ayɛadeɛ ayɛ mefɛ paa economy biara we grow economy, we don't shrink economy sɛ wo yɛ nhyehyɛeɛ na nipa ɛdi a ɛdi ni bi ni sɛ wobɛtere wahye no afa nipa dwumam na wɔn mu pɛ school akɔ wɔn atumi akɔ bi ɛno ne yɛfrɛ ne sɛ wode interventions aba abɛduru baabi a saa bere yɛ nyinaa yɛsu sɛ ya no mo dɔm ho toto aman binom wokɔ America mu there was what was called quantitative easing ni sɛ wɔn pɛ kwan bi so a wɔn tu sika gu system no mu a hwɛ sɛ nkrɔfoɔ bɛdi yie ni nyina akura ansa ankosi aga because utu sika gum na wanye production and productivity ne take off my best aba be sin and inflation simple one obi anim ne say more money chasing fewer goods nature say when demand fa ne ma na kutasika kura untimi nya hweye ye ba ya na nado dan kwakufu adu gina senkete yesi mi so ayi yade ndc time na yade bi wo ho ketua ye ba ye kura no mtutu hye adum ni adan e de bom ho safo hene ibola no kura no meka se wo nipa ifiri mu a ye kura bi antima mu angura ha na interventions ahodo e di gu akwam time a covid ba ye wo mo no mu nya dwuma e gina nketetu o mu nyina aka all the sectors ban no susu say wo se ye boa 100 billion cedis of Batampa, ye Tugu system, no sustaining some of these private companies and other institutions here, ni Jina Brani. Yen Bisani, ye teacher for a call lockdown, ye Jina Hoji, ya ketu ya saa. And Tina Hochiraba, no think ye drew baby into Kamesre. Some mwami nanki yin and chichiro mine mum. Na ye ma man in ye liquid, say ye bit me di ye love yaba ni ye trebi. The same microphone send people for NDC for you ye. A busa bia ye free senior high free wa. One here the volumes of transaction in terms of via mobile money and kawube tuya within a year no. One here now who says can na kabuma intimate to your school fees. But in society no vulnerable no class system di scaffold no bi so bi asene ne kabum ne ye koyenim. Enuti ne ye bom pa ye sen ka ye binya sika na sa hihye pa ba ye nyina atena ho sam naku mudi oman no koche ya yesi ye mfadment na ye nya the backlog of graduate students ya no mutitifie wo be kono bi awie university enso nya dwuma nye ni nyina no nando dan kokufu ado ba ye wo se da bi me ma mo ntra ho sa nka mo nsa nhye mu dam fam because you say an empty stomach is a bad advisor to what elections and our politics.
Okay.
You share sani menya babu more important ye pese ye catch Ghana for say.
Okay.
Ye nyina no man ye chichira bom tite so ba awaware no. Eduru bre bi na emunye da. Utimi ne no fa dwene se o mesre adwoa first ne edi enam we se ye ntiso. Ne ntimi siesi sika ne ntimi nkoye ne bre pa ba ye didi. Se bre pa ho ha sa policies ya yesuru. I don't want to preempt. Ena me kan mesre say ho de ye be yi bibia kura firi ha free senior high school ni de
amani nyina ha
amani nyina ha
na
amani nyina ha
sure
because the effect ni say a long term benefit ya ye be nye free munti na me kan sa no they say we say contemporary economists no almost say we don't go into the production consumption wealth creation. It's about knowledge and pabenya be creative wealth in the society. And this encrofo enyenim dia omo be creative knowledge no a ubesa kwa no sa ba bisu and ntia zooming and admitting say womu ni ho a enkwala over more than millions ya fa womu nansen no come be fine. Don't forget say free senior high school no be I expand the economy no yes school adan ya for teacher for fufura ye tu omuka ya biemu ani nyina gina ho ma economy na grow. That was why I was telling you that we don't shrink economy, we grow economy. But we do stage B na ebia wo ho ento enema bi nkoyi a wotumi tena se bu nkompo but there be a the pillar education the we free bibia mo enye yi no se ho o sa akoka no a sa nkwala a wo mo nya kwanya ebinum atumi na wo mo kra nya scholarships wo mo kwama no schools ni ade yenim se daachi wo mo na beba sa beboa wo man in terms of tax. Said the Marco Rubio can say we don't need new taxes, we need new taxpayers who will contribute into the tax net. That be as a school no gina brani. Na mabunu no nya animdia umbitima sa bebo man chichira. Why do you take it off? I was so happy say even cry this term education akanwa. Yes, we ko technical vocational education. That is where we are moving. The paradigm shift is to that direction. Ti say you could na minwan mo ate say na me kana no achiro say minwan have no we JHS. No minima de sene ye say omo anya sika ntuom school fees ye na omtitifi a omo huni omonye me school fees was 250 pesos that time na ye ntimi nya say 250 pesos nya nyame ene beboa ye na sabe obi dumfo bi eboa ye ma ye de me ba school ye ma me 5 cedis amini ba bia nka bewo and this our opportunity say ye di trimba ye be hwese nka ye nyina ye beboa na nka ye tua eto no na nka ye tuma gina bra na san hihye aye dey atena ho because as I said system be will be vulnerable so na mo brew so say we bo a ska obetima kutua ne bade na wo hiani na wo say come do nti ye ntwam no ye twam a wo ntimi fa ba ne nkusku wo so so a wo men
That's it.
And the that is why I still support the levy. Say, Emra, I know the Amadia Abu, Nasa Shane Flu, who said in the long run, Yaya Timemufoni, Bessa Bre, and this dear, Womudu, Jangmana, Catapateku, dear so. Womu cow, Cranko, my nabo. As they say, I say, Womufi, so they are empathizing and sympathizing with Ghanaians. No, Womu Breso, on your company. John Dramani Mahama, Ujina Sumpi car say yet Trojana any day. But won't mean to keep populist decision. Say Nipabia, Nipo soon Tibia, ye jai decisions via ye deba. That's a bano. Sir, you love your Comosa Quacofa bomb the Cacromacas into Bia, Mom de Abam was our baby soon. Tinian Tiana, Yasu Bruce soon Temuan when near day, a coco.
That's it. George Akomrono, Registrar Ghana Communication Technology University. And what's in Afina? Minia Dr. Samuel Afriye yentuasuna yenko yenim kakra na yenhwe but ade bi koso minim se bia abamu penfo no so ya we ana omoni da hot said ye bia ehu bia nansen be 3 weeks ago ana beto dwa se atese dom ketua no ene call say yemie borders na amanfo dwadefo ntimbra any be week ana government ne order by say omu kohia omu de 2 weeks scratch to say be borders traders for timia patronage last week or so ana former president Mabeka say okokoteka international airport COVID-19 test no omu ye scan omu gine osro abanyi free ho na what you mu na ban no say saa de no obeya free ho why na go MPP mu a one man information ma NDC for because I don't understand. One am some information na omo na deba before the government act. I still don't understand. Because omo kan the following week na nti omo ko sia e deliberate said they say no obi akwate no information ko as if say the omo kan na ba na ye which is very bad and it is making the government unpopular. Seriously speaking, I have pa is that free? Policy rates 70% yatiaba.
I know the yaba graphic group of companies are going Obeka ho asem. And I was saying them say abubo ya no de buy.
Mr. Free asem we am pa o.
Beka wasem na policy rate in America. E ho na me beka because Abu I was even surprised because I say minority for no a cape
one insider.
Now I say until I was thinking say is omu control the government of the day ana. Enti Abu a critical year. Me dem say MPP for no die ebinum enwa na esa tete aban ya. What is going on in parliament in some of the MPP for ni bia na create that problem. And they are creating monster and they are creating a year amongst ourselves and they are hunting ye. Now even say people will set up and ensure so no say nyoma beko nkaneno like enti uma nenti how can say we be the former president will say this na minority for kana all of a sudden now we have what is going on? And so maybe they should check the people that are around in terms of information flow.
Sure.
And there, you might not get 100%. People pay money for information. People also ensure say the most also say we cannot say be or most of the ministries in here MPP for. Maybe some people may have access to the information. Maybe a type and answer for way and I say so some people and then no amount that information. These things are bound to happen. But if kind of say information are classified, we should know the level you be classify that information. And yes, Abu Ebekriti say is the NDC that is controlling the government. So which will make the government see say they are not doing anything. They can't think for themselves. They are not creative. They almost enti anya people say that I say wo opposition no na wo control aban no. And it's a very bad situation and it's a man continue. And yes, sir, a continue for some period, then and this for now so be so I justify say yeah the local biana buying you know more cancel I agree on more because what is a port yeah I'm for the NDC will get sympathizers to to let them create an image. Be say they are the best in terms of the alternative. And sir, I read the Abu and Penifo entrance of the MPP for no. We should set up. We should set up. And your mom call yes, sir. And it seems people are now turning to be selfish. They should think about the party. They should think about the party. No, a bit break here. You say no. I say, Obia ya no a little bit loose. I say Obia me decided they may make game selfish interest in kwa. And your selfish interest. What has happened into Parliament? What is happening? I wait to me. Can we wait to say? You say I'm MPC be so powerful. Say even crying be you or her. Or mum per se. Young person mo ya na so mo twetwe mo na ase all because of number enti party ni person mo krokro mo asebe ya and some people are using that to I say who do buying ransom to get something and yeah bia say adwasa for dem kwa na make other MPC ni bi eyebisa because oh yeah
me say obi ben o no nyamfo Frank Anodon pro ne nkasa so our trans being in a comment via or pass it to the woman fine say woman and ma and no mu no Facebook or mu banta adwasafo ene Frank Anodon pre we tomorrow we no so reply I mean
we should have a way of handling should we say difficult people in a way I was say a person so now a graphic group of aba
Isaac,
what's in the car saying?
Chay Brobe, so say Abobo Yabidi, Edico Gini, Kabawaya,
or the Pragana buy.
Oh, David. No, Mania Sama, Mania Sa. Now, Hunamu Yadi. Dr. Friedi, Memphino. Send your master here.
Oh, Yamin Bible, Kakra. Yes, sir. We can't feel me drew Vinfina.
Etuchini musa
nanija
atiko se Benz
afei boss wan
hadwen eno Benz yana ne problem kakra
na se me twen ma the my inviting no obana obedru ka no ho ansa na me metimi aba
okay
and you know obedru ya na me so me demrika me fa dropping at the buy but apart from the sees summary and the EBI fine. EBI fine.
Minui vice president ne political aid no. So ni le pa.
Omudia hin.
Gideon
yeah.
Oh me hu se wa send me hu se me bodin so obeba.
Yes.
And we say I am in Chauma no.
Oh, fantastic.
Dr. Gideon Boako.
Ose me jene so kese pa.
Hey, Mr. Shak.
I have fuchiri o.
Ebi di de
biachi. Do we there ya vice president ho dia obedi machi. And I'm humbled. I will do that.
Your friend want to pay your bonnet.
Yes.
Bank of Ghana, I pay your policy rate.
That's right.
And 70%. We want you to educate us.
Yeah.
Policy rate, you know, the implications are at mind as a country.
Policy rate na ya pay your musamre no or context.
Okay.
And yes, explanation no any implications no also falls within the context na kasa. Bank of Ghana or my no yesika krabia batine or share banki akese adentemu ene nketo ni nyina so no woni wo msa didwa de tie ne se banki ewo ha bango ade no e so ko fresika beton sika yes exactly in tiska Bank of Ghana de bema ono ono no si hu a wodi si hu no eno ne policy rate no
okay
na policy rate no mpempi no se ewo soro a na obehwe na influence with interest rate na nkasa de almost so ede ma manfo no.
So there's a difference between policy rate
and lending rate and I say interest rate.
Okay.
So in this kokofa de na say memfa ne say ensihu no you John Mahama pencil no na 25.5%. men expect to say obeko bank na bank for no omo lending rate ono no amount sika no 25.5% no the amount 26% and I say less than 25 percent. So enti uhunu say omo pencil no na nya me ka so omo pencil both omo first term under Ira Jerry John Rawlings, the first term, the second term, Ira Atamel's first term, second term. Ningina no, unu say NDC pencil no interest rate day. It was wrong because ya no policy rate day. It was wrong. Now say it was wrong sa. Unu say Ghana no na obehwe na afei amanfo mfo sika kra nya adwuma. Say chama Wontumi kresika. Ebe better say what they be kwa fixed deposit account because those rates na was wrong. Treasury bill rate was wrong. Oh, let me say. And a banner so ya na womo here sikapa na womo timdia kubra mama apeja na amanfo enye biaye no ya na ye no so oman no entan eni sa emfaso no na osha MPP aban bae no 25.5% no ye chance on kakran na do 20% after ba I think 18.5% after ba 16.5% 14.5 it be do 13.5% na yensu ye to sa na mo we no na COVID-19 ebae na Ukraine enso so ebeto so na oman no
1.3
kako kudum pempen so bia wom diska be wura oman mu no aye investors no omo so returns no mo pe se ebekosora ma omo ena samre gine yansan anye lucky ama US for so omo increase womo lending rate no ama ne kosoro this is a kobane sadia ono so was scanning environment no o hwe wiase nyina ba bi odiska kowura obenya returns emudu nyamfa so a emudu 2 years for page omo de mu a what Ghana is experiencing now and they say although your policy rate no e was from 14.5%. I drive down your interest rate, I'm average 21%. US for increase one dintina, ama yen ye less attractive. Ama nipa na sensika no wa ha na mfaso wunya no wonim se woyi na wode kwa America obinya ne mpemanim. What you say? Ye no nti ye sidi na hoden na ekofom sese no fakese na every capital flight. Mamfo a wo mu yi sika investors a wo mu yi sika free ye edico investing. Particularly in US market and other markets are omu fi say omu benya emfaso a energy wo ho so na se eternity dia na ye nso no ema ye sika no ho odin no mere entina no omu kokohia no na adwentoato an ko bae no Bank of Ghana one in charge of monetary policy. The monetary policy committee no na yetimi anyan NTS policy rates no use announcement na ba there officially they have to make an announcement. Menyen hu statement from the governor of Central Bank. But I know say perhaps today it is going to come out. Say omo increase policy rate no akọ 17%. UTME pa and 17% na policy rate no akokudro no na nsan ye Bank of Ghana publish banks no bia ne lending rate nsi ho a esi ho kokoji sika free ho nsi ho esi ho no na lowest kra na I think 16.5%. Yes, lending rate 16.5. One of the banks ayi show no ha ohineba edi ni nyina egu screens wo ha so but now na the policy rate na akọ 17% no esese ye tiase say lending rate be dey emu be pija okoji ska banka nsiho no emu be pagya. Okay, but ɛho behia sɛ yɛsika no ahoɔden no a ɛnam saa kwan no so ɛma sika no ahoɔden no ɛkɔ fam kɛseɛ no yɛbɛhwɛ na yɛdi ho dwuma. But of course ɛnyɛ yɛ no nko a ɛna Bank of Ghana anaasɛ anamontu a aban no ɛtu aban no ɛtu anamo bebree ɛsan fa ho sɛdeɛ kwan a yɛbɛfa so a yɛ exchange rate no ɛbɛba fam. Our friend is saying na your fuel prices no so because your exchange rate na ye sika na ho de na akofom no ama no ni sika na ho aye den no e ka ho bi enso so na your friend is saying your fuel prices no so and so apagya no musa enti in terms of policy rate the implication at the moment that is exactly what central bank has done said effect na ye particularly relating to said sika AC a free or mamu a kwa abonting a free investors hono abupra nyamepa ebeboana
and that's all
oh and that's all the ebi wo hopa nemum tambia meka bia no de meka ne se ye mompaye na ade ekoso wo wiase no esuntwa because omaya wo wiase nyina titru yen a ye fifiri sen external shocks no de and Ukrainian yes, and at the moment we are dealing with 3 major external shocks. 1, capital flight, 2, COVID-19, and 3, fuel prices na cost. Sanyama we say me and some we hit here big time in terms of let's say everything. Exchange rate any what friends say your fuel prices sanima means we are hit here pa enti policy rate ya cost 3 yedim so man kombe sika free hano they will stop because returns no be attractive ewa ha.
Okay,
obi a oyi di ekra na fi o twena ni kra office oh no if I go back to Ghana it's better and now say the oyefofro no obetimi di ababa be wrem COVID-19 ese say yebo modia na yetiminya na ne pumasi bre and na sana montu ya omotui together with other factors ye hwe say fuel price no ebetimi akofom but of course say na Bank of Ghana and so Matisse, there's going to be an announcement. Say you beat me at this. There's a $2 billion. And so ababishim because kana ho de na ekofom no another part and they say so we die amount for yi kwa bonten ye a make ho asem nyina say yen ye wododo na egumu a say ebeboa ama skana ho de na ye den akosoro.
Okay,
nanso so no ho akwa atwe ni nti no and I may see the depreciating. But we are also expecting say policy rate na cost no 17% no and the $2 billion dollars are banned so through central bank or the forex market no. So these are 2 big announcements may assure say within the short term a bit me abua na okay. Sikana ho de no
akosoro
ayi na afei fuel price and so abua nanka so atie in terms of fuel price there are other measures but when we come there then we talk about
what is a former president Mahama Kase ohu vice president Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia hu baby o hye na dollar no ache na sie nti okwa IGP ho na akwaji kidi akoyi no a ha hu ni san
former president Mahama
aye
Onono pencil 2014 according to Bloomberg the cedi was the weakest currency in the world
2014 weakest
currency
in the world
yeah it's there by Google Ono en ne pencil wo twen Emma yada dumso for 5 years. And the issue about dumso and say 2008 former president Kufuor hand over e dumso ni Ghana ha. Omo free abemu ne dumso wa ha. Former president Kufuor share banking sector so Emma wo free so no net se nantwi a wadore. Yewra John Dramani Mahama no hand over na Nana Dankwa Akufo Addo no. Na nantwie no wafon wayinka se na ofi moja.
And I said we
yeah, that's a big difference. And I keep telling people say senka said Papa Kufuor eja wo manuma Yewra Mills ni Yewra John Dramani Mahama. And then Nana Dankwa Akufo Addo na kabe free no ha the story would have been different. And kabe sronko. But in tamu na omo be share you know. Adie bia na eko positive bia ba negative. Look, Papa Kufuor bomodian ma agriculture sector. Or the enema gugu akwam. Ofri so around 2010 and ya hit 1 million metric tons of cocoa. Now, if NDC wants to claim say cocoa production a cost right from 2010 up to 2016 is a whopping 6 years. Cocoa production about from 1 million metric tons to 750,000 metric tons. Nana Dankwa Akufo Addo ebai now you hit you over 1.03 million metric tons. And still counting. Even cocoa near process no crans honey aquacoton. One mujana around best at 19-20%. They say it's hovering around 40%. And there's projections there, cocoa board CEO said by end of next year, this is what Timmy a processing cocoa not less than 50% of Ghana cocoa before export. And that is why they say you know, who say cocoa is inching $3 billion per annum. And the former President Mahama, I keep telling people, Economic Intelligence Unit, that is an establishment that is in London, is over 65 years of existence, if my memory serves me right. One more predicting, you year 2020 elections now more predicting. So the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, our opportunity to govern this country 2025. Okay? But, and it's a big but, if say one more the year John Dramani Mahama and the presidential candidate dia, they will lose. No game for no obeden ewo ya Ghana ya mamumu. Wako yade prior apranachi is not coming back. And particularly if you're supposed to meet and face the digital man, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, where is John Dramani Mahama going to stand? And that is exactly what is going to happen.
Okay.
Oh, that is it. And John Mahama ne nsam kikandie ne record no what the toa ne record no satam na o masa announcement no na you know His Excellency Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia na owo voter region Ketikrachi any mze ayinisa enclave mu ho a zipline new 2 centers na o hwe na wa launch what you see, and this is the kind of impact Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia will make it to the lives, you know, of Ghanaians. Look, even if conditional tense, we are not even successful with e-levy. Watch, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia aqua launch in Chebia National Assay Laboratory. Cocoa, gold, particularly export, and a free womaimu. Na yenya value papa emfa emtoso because a nipa or the sani and oko determine value wo abupra wo kwakwakoton yenunti the ono betro no an ne fa so aye fa so ne nya ho
na usia mame
wonim me see national asset laboratory no aba no it's estimated say na you lose close to $2 billion revenue due to illicit flows na ekoso ewo sa sector no say what digitalize when awie no there's not a single pound of gold I be free o man yenya ni true value yenya ni true value nso a na de o man Ghana esi yenya free no nso yenya na say e-levy per se $1 billion every e-levy na say ye ko block sa whole way say na etima ye be say $2 billion oh ye John Dramani Mahama ubetimi de won compare Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia e dia na ye as vice president ono be di president o Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia onyama me di president. Let us understand that. But the role I will play as vice president.
101.3.
Watch it.
Mati.
Oh, is that is it going on? Watch it. When you're the match. When you're the match. No, all free so as vice president, no. Now no one can the boss. You Professor Atamils of blessed memory. No see investigating aeroplane wakokoto. Only the chobo
yate
obey vice president chobo enkwa na yetenka what Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia what the ho asem bone e fa se wakoti chobo and now we involve himself in any corrupt deal.
Mr. Isaac Chebo Bemidasi emishapa oye senior lecturer KSTU policy rating in microphone so from Capital Patriotic Voice Goso JDM let me tell you Kasatentin Tovonko MPP 5 years is far better than NDC 8 years in Dumso. Abdel Basit Zongo Pania cabinet has concluded its deliberations and President Akufo-Addo has taken some decisions amid that mitigating the impacts of the global economic difficulties on Ghana. Now our borders will be open for trade. The currency will be open for Ghanaians and we will be free forever. Amoni Fita Dieniam Samanka say President Mahama want Ghana to go back to IMF, but the Nana Akufo-Addo will never do such thing. Cabinets will come out with good news. In Shaba and Naka, we shouldn't depend on going to IMF and pay for the e-levy. That's the best way to do as a country. Nana Bawumia government and we, the good people of Ghana, can manage the economy on our way because we have the capable to do that. A champion Kalkuchi Electric as a Tozu station. Let us accept that this current hardship is attributed by unfortunate global crunches that the COVID-19 pandemic and Russia invasion on Ukraine. But I know the government is not hesitant to turn things around. George Akom. Minim kia hono yenim komo kakra aban ne se COVID-19 test ne ade ni na ska omuji na aban ne se wono mu enjoy
abu medasi many shaka be bubo so fine wo other side on the economy, especially the policy rate, but on record said okay so what heard the trend of policy rate in Ghana, one of the highest times I nearby was 2015.
25 now.
No, it was 26%.
2015.
Okay. So time na niema SCC nyina no bi emaye na problem my buy especially me no normal to need say train problems dia upam na ye koye nim no aban de eduru time bi te say ya brabo say obu nkompo na osese niema wo ye nti eduru stage bi na wo say wo ye nsakira ya na waye enti de oka ya me ka besisi kia de hu ne se enye NDC for ene ebu oman no na nye omo asem ene omo ka ye de ye tie de oni ntima de da bia ka no nkonanko ye gura safo ene obi nso so tawa no osua wasa wo chia ne pa enti ni nyina ko besi se enye omo na ye beka bibia ye papa de aboaye ewo ya amamu mu wɔn deɛ sɛ yɛbɛka wɔn nko ano nanka deɛ yɛyɛ nyinaa koraa nanka agye agu but more important ne sɛdeɛ yɛnim no covid baeɛ no yɛhu ne fare baeɛ ne mpɛmpɛ nso aba abɛduru ɛne yɛn nuanom a na wɔn tu kwan kɔ na wɔn ba especially sɛ wɔn kɔ through airports no ne nhyehyɛeɛ a na ɛwɔ hɔ a sɛ yɛwode yɛne sɛm a ɛsiane sɛ yadeɛ no ɛkɔ fam kakra no yɛbɛka sɛ nkɔɔ yɛdeɛ nti measures yɛwɔ hɔ no bi wɔ hɔ na ɛduru sɛ bi a yɛbɛtumi asanka mu anaa yɛbɛtumi ayɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛnsa ama yadeɛ no mɛte sɛ a why not ɛfiri sɛ ɛbaeɛ na complaints ahodoɔ a ɛreba no na bebree nim sɛ bi aban no na ne tirim wɔ den daabi sɛdeɛ da bia yɛka no sɛdeɛ nana koraa no berɛ bi ɔgyina so mpie so na wɔkasa sɛ economy no bɛhwe ase deɛ anaasɛ economy no bɛhwe ase na yɛbɛta ase no sɛ nnipa bɛyɛ dɛ ɛbɛwu last week na meka kyerɛ wo sɛ the first wealth in the world is health nti apɔmuden yadeɛ a adeɛ ɛhia wɔ nipa brabro mu ɛno na ɛdidi mu koraa ama ɛka ne sika a yɛde abɔ ɔmaa no ho berɛ nyinaa no abɛwie yɛ sei ba yɛkɔ yɛ anim no sɛneɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛkwan mu bɛda hɔ na wɔn a wɔn tu kwan bɛtumi akɔ na wɔn aba ɛwɔ anigyeɛ mu ne mɛka sɛ akwan papa so a ɛmfa ɔyɛ ne biara ma wɔn ano why not especially borders no sɛdeɛ na wɔkan yɛbie nti wɔn a wɔn bɛtena hɔ ahwɛ kwan sɛ nneɛma yɛbɛba ne nneɛma yɛbɛkɔ ho sika yɛbɛnya no yɛbɛtumi agye bi ne yɛde ayɛ dɛ aboa wɔn ano danse yɛbɛbie ne yɛnim sɛ yɛni da so sɛ yɛbɛnya sika bi afiri hɔ na sika no ɛma na yɛkɔsi kɔ na wɔgyina nkwantia because yɛanyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ wɔ hɔ a ma sika ama a mɛka sɛ ne kyɛ sɛ ɔman no sɛneɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyɛ yɛboro yɛ nsuo no na yɛyɛ akɔ nkyɛn abuda biara a wobɛda sɔre biara no ndisifoɔ no kasa na wɔn kasa it's easier said than done na maka and let me put it on record again say ɛnya ban sesa ɛna bɛsesa ɔman no yɛdie na mmom nhyehyɛeɛ papa a ban no de bɛgu akwam sɛdeɛ yɛka bɛsi so sɛ taama no ɔmampani kofoɔ dada de nneɛma gu akwam na mpp saa bɛtoa so a kanya nsɛ abɛwie yɛ sei ndc baayɛ no bɛnya akwanya bɛgu ɔman yi na wɔn di so na wɔn tu ho anamɔ hwɛ baabi a ɛba bɛduru yɛ wosɔre a woda sɔre wɔn sɛ petro ayɛ sɛn petro no yɛgye tum awiase amansan nyinaa na apagya ba wɔn time koraa no a wɔn sɔre wɔn sɛ windfall gains sɛ wohwɛ the history anaasɛ the trend of petrol values a wɔn time koraa no na yɛnya the highest wohwɛ a 2013 yɛnya now the barrel on the international market was 108.56 2012 it was 111.63 and then 2011 it was also 1126 nti sɛ also we the windfall sɛ wɔn sɔrɔ wɔn sɛ yɛde bi kɔ amansan dwa so nti yɛmfa wɔn sika no ɛmɛbɔ ɔman no a wɔn time na duru saa stage na deɛ na wɔn de yɛyɛ did they have the opportunity to provide this free education were they employing people ɛdeɛ na economy no yɛyɛ freeze saa economy no saa petroleum tax wɔn ka ho asɛm wɔn time a na wɔn de ba MPP sɛ the rate was too high nti nka yɛn te so wɔn amfi even kra no MPP then in opposition a free parliament ɛma wɔn gye tum under certificate of agency at 17.5%. No na nadoda nkwakufu ado ba yɛ no sɛ odabi ɔman no ho kyerɛ wɔn nti yɛn nyinaa no yɛhwɛ ne yɛmmoa temamufoɔ na ɔmanfoɔ na wɔn ka hyɛn ahodoɔ ne petrol ho nsɛnsɛm ho mmrafo ɔno ɛte ba 13%. Ne nyinaa ma nkurɔfoɔ ho ha wɔn nti sɛ na bɛduru mpɛmpɛnsoɔ na mansan wiase nyinaa ɛsu ɛwɔ petrol ho nsɛm na sika ɛpagya deɛ aka ne sɛ yɛn nyinaa ne yɛbɛnya werɛhyɛmu na yɛnya gyidie me deɛ nti ama ka kyerɛ me preaching sɛ meka kyerɛ wɔn sɛ yɛnya werɛhyɛmu na yɛn nyinaa no deɛ wɔsɛ yɛyɛ de boa biara yɛntu ho anamɔ na aban nso so ɛnyɛ aban a wɔnte asɛm is a listening government a asɛm bi a wobɛka biara no yɛde kɔ adwenedwenem ba ɛnyɛ wɔn ɛne bɛka ɛma yɛkyerɛ sɛ kwan a yɛmfa yɛ nneɛma nyɛ dɛ ɛmfa so ebi a coincidentally anaasɛ obi na awia ne ho akɔka koraa wɔn ka wɔn aka nneɛma bebree ɛnyɛ wɔn deɛ ne yɛtie sɛ wɔn de mmerɛ bi kuro bi koraa gaa sɛ ɔno na wɔwa ayi nti wɔka wɔn deɛ ɔpɛ no wɔyɛ deɛ wɔtie but all these issues ni nyinaa yɛ adeɛ a ɛyɛ ɔman n'anim sɛm a yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛntwɛn na yɛmfa mpaebɔ pa nta akyiri na yɛnkeka yɛn humum na yɛnyae saa nsɛm a yɛtietie ɛwɔ akyiri sɛdeɛ ɔman no abɔ koraa na ɔman no mmɔyɛ yɛsɛ akyea ɛsɛ ne abɛbuo biara mu dɛ nti mewadwerɛhyɛ mu sɛ saa nhyehyɛ nyinaa ba a ɛbɛboa ne various interventions a wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn de yɛ dɛ ɛba no nti mɛsrɛ time a na even saa free senior high ni hono kra no because of financial slack. If we financial slack so baby bana sika bunu so a wo hu ni omfanye no wanya misplace priority ni ti kra no mutimi last Saturday na make sure mutimi this can be din krata akotota ka ho a ama ye
bas brand ni de kana
se kai twam na obi tita ho e de na de yam o ma na do dan kwase se sika na nka me de nkrata betita ho mu bi photo town bi di tuan kwala school fees amada cho ma ba bebo o man no na ne ho akire no wo se mo mesre mo ntwa me kakra na yes bu me say dey yebu
but as George Akom, thank you very much. Dr. Samuel Afriye edaso ha gusu ono so say COVID-19 test e course work na ban say obetimi I stop it now. Mfawuriba from Kakrama na minyane de no. Shiftman Atonso, I'm expecting to see Parliament to also cut down its expenditure, like how the executive has done. So we all should help sustain the economy in the difficult times. Ghana is working again. We should all be supportive. OPK Patriotic Voice Goso. Ghanaians should know Mahama and NDC lies and propaganda, because if they are in power, things would have been worse. Because of how they manage the economy. High Dumso for 5 years, IMF bailout which froze employment without COVID and global crisis as Nana and MPP government are facing. Never again, NDC. Dr. Samuel Afriye. Now, say how Kokoteka International Airport now?
For now.
Now, what could Kumasi Airport so? International Airport. Oh, baby, a airport no.
Oh, fantastic.
Come on, pa.
Yes.
Standard one, pa.
Yes.
Kumasi International Airport.
It's our number, friend.
Na come very say.
And come pesa edin. Pesa ko find na ye ti say de pia menka entrepreneur
simple. So Kumasi International Airport.
Well, na Kumasi so akọ the world stage.
Asante Media Minister Koho na pictures buy ne video I hear but me say in fact I hear for you papa
mama kwakwa do so betu kwan akọ akra na
but me ya hear COVID-19 no test na mo ye na ban so person suspend no
oh hene ba send me ade we nti o se me mama mfo nti
okay
also obi si me mum de for say me se wo horo ba nti so me lawyers are ready nti no de
for defamation and they no dey adwen
but also me can we I say thank the government for me. Why? COVID test fee abolish. I will save some £100 from my PCR test here and back home in Ghana when I'm returning on 7th December 2024 to vote for Dr. Baumia.
What's that returning today?
7th December 2024 to vote for Dr. Baumia. And the £100 no make 10%. And the bass no. Wo horo no double decker no make mu 10%.
Double decker.
Double decker.
Yes, good news. Yes. The cost no government in year free passengers no so now.
Me opportunity easy. Me opportunity na din komo baby na ye kase sadi we were having. And some travelers na they were complaining. Intimate side news no I was very happy. Who took my sa restrictions in this annual man one here even now no COVID test can take more than 2,000 cedis from just your travel keke no abaye a hindrance nti say abaye timi take this initiative dia now we cancel and also the border and those things I was wondering say no dia na abaye che won ho pa because embasa na border towns na no. But if the government has taken this initiative, say ombetimi, amanfo betimi akọ, so that the economy along the borders will also expand, and I say bensu benyini ama amanfo ahenha omo. But the airport today are very, very, very important because the price was very high.
I don't say all the banks 1,000 something, 1,300, almost 1,400.
Abu a very good step, and we commend the government for that. But we should need there. I was saying penny for so yes, it will have a long-term effect on the government. A strategy, and what they are doing, will take the good thing about the government, not a shift different side. When they say I'll be a blame more buying for the hardship, and will be so party be so take advantage of it. Say be also be look as good. And any information be a classified no, the person is prepared to pay to look at good. So but yeah, still not that thinking is a buying na amaye ho no. And Abu lastly the mechanic say I think the president and the vice president no more key should make people who are on leaders be on war institutions ministers they should let them work. Oh, Abu, they should make them work. It seems as a Krofoka crab or abining. At the same time, they are not on their toes to become creative to solve problems. And if people don't see solutions, if people don't see signs, say Nyoma Shada Enko the president cannot do everything. That is why I say we appointed and Krofo by now appointed woman. They should be hardworking and also be creative to solve problems. And yes, sir, the government will be seen as not performing. And that is one thing disturb the government of the day. And I also say, still now the government should invest a lot in the communication aspect of their activities. If not, because NDC is a strategist in communication. The President Mahama came here. He met all the MPP for penny for the president and the vice should take this as also one of the things a lot. When President Mahama comes around, omiti communicators. So when they are talking about him, they are confident, they believe. But if MPP, president or vice president, it be opportunity be or call regency or baby and baby. He does not meet people that will talk about the government policies to tell them one-on-one. Our presence now, they feel confident and boldness to speak. Intended we should learn from them. And that's what the former President Mahama is doing and creating that boldness and courageous way from their communicators. And the government has done a lot. It's a President Kufuor any opportunity about Ashanti region. You should have a little bit of time, 30 minutes for communicators. Meet all of them. Any problem here, they sit up. This is my government. This is what I'm doing. This is what and then they will come. They will talk about it well with confidence.
But I think some more we are more come from first share maybe and how and this is
you better. And Crawford decision fees madina ya tin. We are not saying the structure should not work, but the relationship between the president and communicators, that one should be direct sometime. Okay. I'm not saying say be from president to be a bar region or be but the president about Ashanti region and now called Western region. Be an scheduled time so busy be I want 30 minutes for all communicators in the region. You want to meet them. You know brief form this what I'm doing, this and that and that and that.
Okay.
And that one will almost will concerned be no culture because Gabo na be shame fin and Krofobia Giaboswa or more information inflow and a BB also a package see the amount Krofobi so be so attract. These things will be off so that the government policies and those things will be what will be boldly to be what for the people to listen. Okay. Abu Mr. More platform as soon to be the president, His Excellency, the vice, and be taking this as a personal agenda, and then so that a bit me I work it out.
But that's it. Dr. Shak Chebrubi, I'm Sir
John Mahama. John Mahama.
Why they?
I know about obey meet communicators.
Oh, no, can't say but you have care issue in Kakra. Because the time no cry.
Now we are here, we know be at you with Timona or Becan. Oh, the can't always any jay. Another is who won't in a woman.
As a moon.
That's only the one me. John Muhammad is one mean. Huh? I mean,
they say, Nancy, but to go on as Hannah. Well, Akotoka International
KIE
Kumasi Airport.
Proposed that Otunfo say to the second international airport.
Okay, can you bad so?
From Wontumi.
You propose no. I don't say you bad. Dog,
over there, me feel say COVID-19 be saying come no. E ma ban take key measures be pray. Na yen borders no omukoshia pediatric lodge once again on what signal say you be open borders nimum ye den hye gu akwam said de be ya nipa bonfo to transfer bi nya kwan bi ema mewuram emedi bone wo ha na afei yare ne konson kra na bakomi no bi nso entimi emfiri ho ema ma mewura ha but ohun say sa enhye we no portakasem we terminals with airport decision no ebo aka chen samebo exactly ye china covered no over 1 year ya share trend no I don't even remember your case COVID cases say if you say it is very very low at from completely so necessarily there measures now you're putting in place na or friend is saying yeah the AC no I mean it's at times you be relaxing some of those measures won't they but of course and yet that near zero so Abano will continue to spend kakra or sane man just that is saying you are really for more banum and it's a canana at the hono ye from so it doesn't mean say Habana a mocha completely and that is going to be zero nti COVID-19 and those restrictions by and these are payments ning na by so see ye nyana pumasi bra I mean a thinking government a very reasonable government a very human-centered government this is the kind of response that we expect John Mahama trying to take credit here I don't think that this is going to give him any credit at all for the fact that Sebia Wodi kan ebeka ya ansana
official statement neba
it doesn't give him an iota of credit I don't think so Obenya credit be a frame John Mahama is a known quantity if I'm quoting Dr. Muhammad Bawumia he is a known quantity is somebody that we all know what you say we're not pretending over the biggest budget deficits since 2012 because of us winning elections over 12.2% na covered my and I covered by crane I hit 12.2% 11.7% okay and what two musa 11 point something deficit 11 point something deficit until 2014 our core IMF and 2015 it may declining by best 6.7%. That explains the level of borrowing from 2012 2013 2014 IMF BEM one son year declining to 6.7% and then a further 6.5% abroad more if what I say there is not a single record under John Dramani Mahama commendable. I mean go and take the E-block which would have been a phenomenal achievement of John Dramani Mahama and look at a baby investment meanwhile na presec here accommodation to take more students netia mas here more accommodation to take more students supercars here to take more students at this other college St. Augustine's Prempeh College St. Rose's St. Monica's all the big schools in the country na potential or say E-block no back bia cry and cat me the kokosi what I say and they okwa nanado dankwa kufuado 18 unit classroom block it's just equivalent to the E-block now one one school I expand the access and you can't even compare one E-blocks now we see to less than 6 years the number of school buildings are about we at me see and now my clear focus also on technical vocational education and training say I declare path at ho o shall free certificate to diploma sa kakra sa unko school da kra na lada no ho a obetumi afro no kakra de asua de enya wonsa no djuma kama ya establish what friend is saying TVET service just as Ghana Education Service exclusively omobe focus on that STEM schools are coming. Almost said that is at the end of the day, share and kwadan titiye ni papa. Free SHS is phenomenal. Nana Dango Gufado, the biggest achievement. Na among worker free SHS na they think that it's just people going to school. No. What I see free SHS is the biggest ever poverty reduction strategy. Our man ya mountain or man a free SHS.
Poverty reduction strategy.
Yes, adia eba betu ohia bubro ase enen kwankom ase a free senior high school. Let us wait.
Okay.
Next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Adia sa ade na eba babe.
Okay. Medasi ura Ishak Chebube we senior lecturer or KSTU me brenaso Chef man message wa ha patriotic voice my cam message wa wa yosi so amodie wa ha amisti wo go sunso go odie wa ha ura menu boefu edu edumasa odie wa ha nana owusu OPD onso odie e wa ha critical tatale odie wa ha sule sunyane onso odie wa ha Martin Jan just mama come out today no. Good morning. Though I know that God willing Chama Wontumi will maintain his seat, but I'm urging all incoming constituency executives of the Ashanti region to give him at least not less than 75% of total vote cast. Still maintain Bernard and Juwesiako. Martin Jan no the message very nice about Chama Wontumi. Yeah, that's apart from just so Domiabra. Unya me call the chat.
We den chia mama papa Misa.
Okay.
Chiano pa Anthony Misa obodjuma na menchia makwala ba kodobo nso quick me multimedia mechia wo munyina na menchia fiura Miss Melody ntiape ono na ye fiura ja wo kurakura ye nkakra mechia adwumefo Ghana Communication Technology University nyina abu mesmechia
pa ayu me pebia to na menye boy
we Mrs. Netoma me so Dr. Free dey nsa ba no ene wa fana ina nhyɛ ne ha
Mr. Free Yako.
Meda MC Oforikrum. I made some complaints about tracker beer or modesty. So quite from Sunday and it's a very good